Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Tsukihime! Anyway, let's see here. I'm logging back in as we sleep. Anyway, soft rays of sunlight stir me from my sleep. My eyes are closed, but I sense sincerity surrounding me through my skin. The air is cool, but gentle. It feels like it's going to be a beautiful Sunday. Time for me to wake up and actually act like a student. I all but forgot about school. What's with everything that happened these past 2 days? A lot. Like, a lot. Anyway. We're alive! And in our room. The best combo. I open my eyes. I find myself in bed, my glasses neatly placed next to my pillow. Ooh. By force of habit, I put on my glasses before looking around. The sunlight streaming in through the window is so vivid I can almost hear the rays sparkle. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with fresh air. That's right. It's Sunday. No school today. I hear the hands of a clock ticking, offering a rhyme to the chirping of the birds outside. I'm back. I don't think I ever been more grateful to be met with such an ordinary morning.
よかった。
Thank God. Oops. I'm not grateful to just have survived the night, or to have disposed of the vampire. After that gruesome experience, I just happened to be able to wake to something that resembles normality. This morning feels like happiness itself. For an insignificant human like me, there's no greater reward than.
おはようございます。四季様。
Good morning, Master Shiki. Duh! The sudden greeting startles me into an upright position. I look over to find Hisui standing at attention in front of the door.
翡翠。
Hisui?
申し訳ありません。
My apologies.
四季様がなかなかお気づきになられませんので。
I called out to you because you had not noticed my presence.
いや、こっちこそごめん。
Uh, yeah, my bad. That caught me off guard. My heart is pounding like crazy.
あれ、まだ7時前だけど。
Wait. It's not even 7 though. And it's a Sunday, Hisui.
四季様のお目覚めには少しばかり早い時間です。
Indeed, it is slightly earlier than you normally rise.
だよね。じゃあ翡翠は何をしに来たんだ？
Right. So what brings you here, Hisui?
四季様を起こしに参りました。
I came to wake you.
秋葉様からここ2日間の事情を説明してもらいますので、テコを使ってでも連れてくるようにとことづかっております。
Mistress Akia wants to hear your explanation regarding the past 2 days. She has ordered me to bring you to her by force, if necessary. ... Akia, these past 2 days. Explanation. Fuck. Though I heard the words, it's as if they lost all meaning. I spend 10 seconds pondering them, resisting the temptation to abandon rationality thought entirely. Oh, rational. No matter how hard I try to think of one, I simply have no excuse for the past 2 days. I skipped school, I broke curfew, I basically went AWOL on Akia. She's already pretty mad when I didn't make it back before dark. I dread to imagine the fury I'll face this time.
あのさ、翡翠。
So... Hisui.
控えめに言って、秋葉のやつ、怒ってる。
I'm afraid to ask, but just how angry is she?
さあ、どうでしょうか。
I wonder.
それは四季様が直にお確かめください。
Is there something you will have to confirm for yourself, Master Shiki? Misumi sounds coldly unconcerned with my plight. If I had known things would turn out like this, I have done everything to get back, even if it meant crawling back. Wait, crawling back?
いや、ちょっと待った。
Hold on a minute.
それ以前に、なんで部屋で眠ってるんだ？
How am I in my room right now?
四季様は昨夜の午前2時過ぎにお帰りになられました。
You returned a little past 2 a.m. last night.
玄関口で眠っていたのを姉さんが気づいてお部屋にお連れしたとのことです。
My sister found you sleeping at the front entrance and brought you to your room. I stare at her, slack-jawed. Staying out late without a word, falling asleep on the doorstep. I sound like a stereotypical drunk who missed the last train.
あいつ、人を猫か何かと一緒にしやがって。
Does she think I'm a cat or something? My thought goes back to Arcueid. Though I guess I should be thankful she at least carried me to the front door. Either way, I better have a better grasp of the situation now.
すぐに行くから、アキハにはできるだけ落ち着くように言っておいてくれると嬉しいんだけど。
I'll be right out, so if you could tell Akia to stay calm as possible for me, that'll be great.
申し訳ありません。それは諸事情によりお断りいたします。
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I have to refuse in light of the circumstances. Her answer is simple and to the point. My standing in the Tono household must have hit rock bottom. Akia is the head of the family, so it comes as zero surprise that I got no allies. And anyway, I should get up. Oh, hey Ivan, what's up? I won't get anything done by staying in bed. Ooh. I get a headache by getting out of it, though, I'll tell you that much. Ow. The second I stand up, my legs feel like they might explode. Of course, if there's anything I should be surprised about is the fact that I lived to see another morning. It's a wonder I survived, considering all the reckless stuff I did.
四季様、
Master Shiki?
いかがなされましたか？汗がすごく。
Are you alright? You're sweating rather profusely. It's true, my forehead is drenched in sweat. It only took me one step for my body to become furiously with pain.
お体の調子が優れないのでしたら、もうしばらくお休みになられた方がよろしいのではないでしょうか。
Perhaps it would be better if you rest if you weren't feeling well.
先ほどはああ申しましたが、アキハ様には私から。
I could speak with Mistress Akia about...
いや、大丈夫。ただの捻挫だ。すぐに収まるよ。
No, Shiki! One doesn't simply rest up from a twisted angle. My brother in Christ. You are built different. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I pressed thing. Anyway, let me get back to Shiki's mindset. Nah, I'm fine. I just twisted my ankle. It'll heal up in no time. I'm more scared of Akia anyway. I don't want to make her even more mad by putting this off. You're insane, Shiki. Hi, just working. Good luck with work, bro. Hope things go your way. I can tell from her eyes that Hisui doesn't believe me. I'm with Hisui. You're whiling, Shiki. But her position prevents her from calling out my obvious lie. I feel bad, but she just have to accept it for now.
着替えたらロビーに行くよ。
I'll head to the lobby after I change.
すぐに済ませるから廊下で待っていてくれ。
I won't be long, so could you wait outside in the hall?
かしこまりました。
Understood.
どうかご無理はなさいませんようお願いします。
Please don't push yourself too hard. Damn, Hisui is really worried for us. Yo, Shiki, look what you did. Look what you did. You got Hisui all fucking bothered by us. Damn it. Hisui bows deeply and leaves the room. Moving as little as possible, I change out my pajamas. What a way to start my first day off in the mansion in 7 years. To be fair, it's been like a couple of days now. Not gonna lie. Anyway, I find Hisui waiting for me in the hall. The wound on my left leg makes me want to scream with every step. The rest of my body feels heavy too, but that's just due to muscle soreness, nothing too severe. I only checked by running my fingers across my skin, but it seems that the cuts I got when Vlav ice slashed my face and shoulders have healed as well. It's clearly Arcueid's work, given how I can't find the slightest trace that the wounds were there. She says she was going to heal me up.
シキ様、差し出がましいこととは存じますが、こちらをお使いください。
Master Shiki, I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but please use this. Huh? Hisui timidly handed me a long, slim rod. It's a walking stick. No, a cane. Wait, alright, my ignorance is kicking in. Aren't they technically the same thing? I'm willing to argue. I just assumed they were similar. I mean, they function similarly, just different names. You know, maybe I am tripping. Okay. Alright. We had one of these? Huh?
はい。以前、用具室で見た覚えがありましたので、一縷の望みをかけて探してまいりました。
Yes, I recalled seeing one in the storage room. I was lucky enough to find it. I almost laugh at her earnestness until I realize her breathing is slightly elevated. She must have run there and back for me in a short time I was changing.
ありがとう。正直、歩くたびにかかとから飛び上がりそうだったんだ。すごく助かる。
Huh? Alright, so you admit that you're in pain. Good to know. Thanks. Pain is shooting up from my heel with every step. This will be a huge help.
はい。お役に立てたのなら幸いです。
Of course. I hope it'll be of use. Grasping the cane, I shift the weight being supported by my left leg to my arm. I should have no problem walking now. I thank Hisui again for her thoughtfulness, and together we made our way to the lobby. It doesn't take long to arrive. I leave the cane next to the door. On the other side of the door is the head of the Tono household, my younger sister by 1 year. She's waiting to hear her pitiful brother's equally pitiful excuse. I can't even imagine what terrible fate awaits me within. But now isn't the time to be whining. I brought this upon myself, regardless of the circumstances. I skipped a day of school and didn't come home for 2 whole days. It's only natural that Kyo wants an explanation. I should apologize profusely. Think of some excuse. Tell her the truth! Or save, which I'm gonna do. Shoutouts to the save feature. Abandon all hope. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Let's see here. What should we do? I'm feeling like we should apologize. We're already a dead man walking. At least let's leave this earth with no more regrets. Cause I don't know if telling her the truth would mean anything, honestly. I am thinking though of doing the cell art. Honestly, I think thinking it over, I will do the cell route, but I would want to game the buffer in between these. So let's just apologize. Yo, Akia's just watching out for our best health. You know what I mean? We're out here being super fucking silly. Yeah, apologizing is the best way to go about this. I can't tell her about Arcueid or Vlav. It sounds just It just sounds like a bunch of nonsense. I shouldn't get Akia involved in this mess anyway. So the truth is a no-go, but at the very least, I owe her an earnest apology.
よし行くぞ。
Alright, here goes. I take a deep breath and open the door to the parlor.
おはようございます、兄さん。
Good morning, Shiki.
不思議とずいぶん久しぶりな気がしますね。
How strange. It feels as though I haven't seen you in quite some time. How does she manage to be this intimidating?
いやおはようアキハ。
Yo yo! Morning, Akia!
挨拶は結構ですから、そこに座ってください。
I think we could skip the formalities today. Please take a seat over there.
ええ、いろいろと長くなるはずですものね。
It appears we have much to discuss. Won't you agree? Something tells me that she's enjoying this. It's like she's a cat and I'm the mouse. With our conversation off to a terrible start, maybe it's better for me to run for the hills. Look, I believe in Tom and Jerry logic, bro. You'll make it out of this.
兄さん、
Are you listening?
おう座りますとも。
Right, sitting down now. All thoughts of escape has disappeared by Akia's lower. Never seen that word in my life. I endured the pain coursing through my left leg and sit down gingerly on the sofa.
座りましたよ。
I'm sitting now. See?
言わずともわかります。妙な態度でこちらの規制をそがないでください。卑怯です。
Yes, I can see that. Please don't try to detract from the serious nature of this meeting with this strange attitude of yours. It's not fair.
なんで卑怯なんだ。
Not fair? How so?
卑怯でしょ。そんな顔をされたら気が緩む。
You know exactly how. When you make a face like that, I can't help. Akia stops herself mid-sentence with a cough, then sharpens her gaze yet further.
兄さん、早速ですが、おとといと昨日のお話を聞かせていただけませんか？
Let us get straight to the business. Could you tell me what happened these past 2 days? Akia composes herself, elegantly taking her teacup into her hand. Although she phrased it as a question, it was unmistakably a command. But as her older brother, I can't just let her know about what happened. I'd rather she hates me than have her worry about me.
それなんだけど、アキハ。
About that, Akia.
はい。何でしょう？
Yes, what is it?
率直に言って事情は説明できないんだ。
To put it bluntly, I can't tell you what happened. Crash. The shattering of the porcelain fills the room as Akia teacups falls from her hand onto the table. No, it to be more accurate to say that she deliberately dropped it.
アキハ様。
Mistress Akia.
ああ、ごめんなさい、スイ。片付けてもらえる？
Oh my, I'm very sorry, Hisui. Could you clean that up for me? Her tone is enough to make me cold sweat drip on my spine. Without another word, Hisui began cleaning up the spilled tea and the shards of the extraordinarily expensive-looking teacup. Damn. Akia sounds seriously pissed. Hisui exits the parlor as soon as she finishes cleaning.
それで、兄さん。
So, Shiki.
何？
Yeah.
この2日間の出来事を詳しく話していただけますか？
Would you mind telling me in detail about what happened these past 2 days? Did time just rewind? She's clearly not planning to let this go. But there's no way I can tell her what happened. Not only for my sake, but for hers too. Akia can never know the truth.
何度聞かれたって話せないものは話せない。
It doesn't matter how many times you ask, there's stuff I can't tell you.
アキハには余計な心配をさせて悪かったと思ってる。連絡を入れなかったことも謝る。だけど話せないことは話せない。
It was wrong of me to make you worry, and I'm sorry for not contacting you while I was gone. But even so, I can't tell you anything about it.
私に悪いと思っているのに話せないんですね。兄さんは。
So you admit it's your fault, and you still can't talk about it.
弁明もしないのですか？
Are you not going to clarify as to why?
いや、それは。
Well, there's a lot of stuff I love to clarify, but
言い訳のしようがないので。
I don't know where to start.
でもこの2日間悪いことはしていない。そう信じたい。
But I want you to know I didn't do anything bad these past 2 days. At least I like to believe I didn't. I can only describe these past 2 days as an endless fury of death and carnage. But I want to believe that I made the right choice. I gotta help Arcueid, of course, but more than that anything, I'm glad we managed to kill that vampire. Even if we weren't fast enough to save everyone, there'd be no more talk of blood-draining murder victims on the nightly news.
ごめんな、アキハ。
Sorry, Akia.
迷惑をかけるけど、これ以上は聞かないでくれ。
I know it's not the answer you were hoping for, but please, don't ask me anything more about this. Akia stared deep into my eyes. An uncomfortable silence filled the space between us.
そうですね。
I understand.
考えてみれば、兄さんにも事情があるのでしょうし、私がそれに深く干渉することはできませんものね。
It's only natural that their affairs you wish to keep private, and it's not my place to interfere.
悪い。そう言ってもらえると助かる。
Sorry again, but it's a relief to hear you say that.
わかりました。この件に関して、これ以上の追及は勘弁して差し上げます。
Very well. I will refrain from pursuing this matter any further.
連絡をいただけなかった点については、私にも落ち度がありますから。
After all, I'm partly at fault for your failure to make contact.
落ち度なんて、そんなのアキハにないだろ。
Huh? How can you be at fault here?
携帯電話を取り上げたのは私です。
I'm the one that took away your phone.
あれがあれば、ズボラな兄さんでも連絡ぐらいはしたのではありませんか？
If you had it, even a bore as such as yourself would at least left a message, right? Oh shit, I'm so sorry, Mike. Oh my god, yo. We have her phone. Looks like she doesn't know. Thank Christ. That my phone was secretly returned to me quite some time ago.
ですが、それも今回だけです。今後はこのようなことは控えてください。兄さんは遠野家の唯一の男性なんですから、もう少しご自分の立場を理解していただかないと困ります。
However, I will only let it go this once. Please avoid from doing something like this again in the future. You are the only male heir to the Tono family. I need you to be more aware of your position.
良くない外文が広まってしまったら、遠野家の今後の人付き合いにも影響がありますし。
If your behavior were to reflect poorly on us, it could influence the Tono family's social standing. Our standing? Does she mean between me and the other dignified
い
families?
やー、それこそ問題ないだろう。俺が何しようと興味も持たないって、あっちの方々は。
Yeah, I doubt it, cause all that much trouble. My relatives don't particularly care about me.
だいたい、遠野の跡取りは秋葉なんだから。家のことを思うなら、俺をよそに出すなり、遠野の家にふさわしい婿養子でも見つければいいのに。
Besides, you're like the actual heir. If any of them were to be concerned about the family, they should be looking for a suitable man to marry into the family, so they could get rid of me. I feel like we hit a sore spot for her. I met with silence once more. I wonder what might have caused it this time.
どうした？気分でも悪いのか、秋葉。
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
結構です。私を気遣う余裕があるのでしたら、ご自分の体調を気にしてください。
I'm fine. If you have to worry over me, please worry about yourself first.
慢性的な貧血持ちなんですから、兄さんは。
You're the one with the chronic anemia. Yeah, she's right. I do collapse frequently due to my anemia.
ともかく、あまりお一人で屋敷を出ないでください。
In any case, please refrain from leaving the mansion on your own so much.
そうでなくとも、近頃の町は物騒なんです。兄さんみたいにぼーっとしている人は、通り魔に襲ってくださいと言っているようなものなんですから。
The town has been relentless as of late. An absent-minded person like yourself is practically begging to be attacked by the serial killer.
それなら大丈夫。
He's way more aggressive in the OG about this lol. He literally told her to get off his back and get married already. Oh my god, I'm so happy they edited that out, bro. Like I said, OG Shiki Tono is a menace to society. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of let it slide though by our standards because it was written like early 2000s, and this is like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old Kunoku Natsu writing that, so it's like, yeah, there's gonna be a little edge to it. But yeah, jeez, I remember he was gonna essay Cell in Arcueid's route if Cell didn't let him go and help Arcueid against the big bad, and I was like, whoa, Shiki, you're being a little crazy. Not gonna lie. Nothing to worry about here. The serial killer won't strike again. Our town has been besieged by a serial killer. Called a modern-day vampire in the news. The killer lurked in the darkness, striking terror into the hearts of men. No suspects has been found. But all of that is in the past now.
Huh?
Come again?
吸血鬼はいないってことだよ。その犯人はもう捕まったんだ。
I'm saying the vampire is gone. The suspect has already been caught.
そうなんですか？それは良い知らせですが、兄さん、よくそんなことを知っていますね。
Is that so? That's good to hear. But how do you know?
ああ、たまたま逮捕現場に居合わせたというか。
Well, I just happened to be at the scene where they were apprehended. Saying these words make me smile widely. It's technically the truth. One born of incredibly serious circumstances. Oh, serious. Blech. So much happened during those 2 days I spent with Arcueid. Yeah, they changed that line too good. Damn, if Shiki still said that shit, I'm like, yo, Natsu, you gotta fix yourself. Also, you know what? When we get to the boss, I will fucking rant my heart out on how I feel about the boss himself, right? Especially with all that mumbo jumbo going on inside him. Anyway, we're still on day 6. Let's ignore that. Thinking back on it, it feels like a dream, but at any rate, the monster that made its nest in this town is gone. I can't deny being somewhat proud of my involvement.
兄さん、どうしたんです？急に嬉しそうな顔をして。
Shiki, something you'd like to share? You have quite the smug look about you.
別に何でもない。
Oh, it's nothing.
ただ終わったんだなってようやく実感できた。
I just realized that all of that is finally over. The weight lifted from my chest as I say those words put a smile on my face. Ultimately, it seems like Akia has accepted my explanation. I thanked her as I stepped
いや、
up.
安心したらお腹が減ってきた。朝食をもらってきてもいい？
Man, I'm feeling kinda hungry now that it's all settled. Mind if I go grab breakfast?
私に許可を求める必要はありません。
You don't need to ask me for permission.
朝食まで管理する気はありませんから、ご自由にとってください。琥珀なら厨房で朝食の支度をしているでしょうし。
I have no intention to dictate when you eat your breakfast, so go ahead. I imagine Kohaku's in the kitchen preparing it as we speak.
サンキュー。じゃあ遠慮なく。
Thank you. I'll go and help myself then. I make for the door. Ouch, my left leg's really killing me.
お待ちなさい、兄さん。
Wait, Shiki.
先ほどから気になっていましたが、今のではっきりしました。足を怪我していますね。
I thought something was off before, but now I'm certain you're injured your left leg, haven't you?
いや、これは捻挫というか、筋を違えたというか、とにかく大した怪我じゃないんで。
Oh,
気にしないでね。
this I just sprained, or maybe I pulled something. Nothing to worry about.
そうですか。大したことはないと。
Nothing to worry about, you say? Akia walks towards me briskly. She looks me in the eye and without warning,
えい。
there. Ah! She stepped right on the most swollen part of my left foot, like she knew exactly where it hurt.
あらびっくり。兄さんのポーカーフェイスも直接的な痛みには脆いのですね。
Oh my, what a surprise. Your poker face crumbled pretty swiftly, push comes to shove.
そりゃ弱いよ。っていうか俺の方がびっくりだよ。
That's such a dirty move. I should be the surprised one.
お前分かっててやっただろ。
You knew exactly what you were doing.
誤解ですわ。大した怪我ではないという兄さんの言を信じて精一杯の勇気で試してみただけですもの。
Not at all, I assure you. It took all my courage to ascertain the truth, as I so desperately wanted to trust what you told me. Akia flashes a graceful, also wicked smile. This is clearly payback for not telling her everything. Fair enough. Akia returns to the couch and elegantly lifts her teacup to her lips as though nothing happened. She seems to be in a fantastic mood now.
さて、確かに大した怪我ではなかったけど、放っておくのも良くないわね。
Now then, while your injury doesn't appear to be serious, that doesn't mean we can simply ignore it.
兄さん、課長として命じます。
These are my orders as head of the family.
朝食が済み次第、診察を受けるように。怪我の理由はともかく、大げさに痛がられるのは迷惑ですから。
You are to receive medical treatment once you finish breakfast. Reason for your injury aside, we can't have you in this much pain.
そりゃ診察は受けたいけど、怪我の理由聞かなくていいのか？
I'm happy to get it looked at, but are you sure you don't need to know how I got it?
興味ありません。どうせくだらない理由でしょうから。だいたい 聞いたところで私には内緒なんでしょ兄さんは。
To be more specific, I don't care. I'm sure it was something stupid. Besides, it's not like you could tell me if I asked. Akia answers crudely, the very picture of authority.
外傷のない捻挫なら琥珀でも対応できます。
If it's merely a sprain, I'm sure Kahaku can treat you just fine.
あ、そっか。今朝は荒木先生もいましたね。
Oh, and that said, Dr. Arakt is present this morning as well.
あの人はもともと外科の医師です。
She's actually a qualified surgeon.
内科の琥珀と外科の荒木先生。
Kohaku, who specializes in internal medicine, or Dr. Arakt, who is skilled in
お
surgery.
好きな方を選んでください。
Please pick whoever you prefer. This is a little unexpected. We're picking Kohaku because fuck. You know what? For this, like, we'll pick the different options. Anyway, I'll have Kohaku look at it for me. I should be fine with a compass and some painkillers.
わかりました。では、食後は自室で待機しているように。
Very well. Please wait in your room after you finish eating.
私は午後から外せない会食があるので外出しますが、当主が留守だからといってあまり羽目を外さないようお願いしますね、兄さん。
There's this luncheon I must attend this afternoon, so I'll be out. But do not take this as a free pass to do anything reckless while I'm gone, Shiki. I'm not sure why, but Akia seems to be smiling with relief. Well then, I grab my breakfast and have my leg looked at afterwards. Do.
お待たせしました。
Sorry for keeping you waiting. Kohaku barges in, carrying a retro-looking wooden box.
悪いね、琥珀さん。忙しい中、わざわざ来てもらって。
Sorry about this, Kohaku. I know you're busy.
いえいえ、今日は休日ですからお仕事も少なめですのでお気になさらず。
Oh, it's no trouble. It's the weekend, so there's not much I need to do.
四季さんのご指名ですもの。私などでよろしければいつでもご奉仕させていただきます。
I'm happy to help you whenever you need it, and even happier that I was your first choice. Kohaku approaches my bed with a radiant smile.
ではでは、診察のお時間です。ベッドに腰をかけてください。お加減が悪いのは主に。なるほど。左足だけではなく、下半身全体ですね。
Alrighty then, let's get started. Please sit on the bed. Let's see where the problem is. Well now, it's not just your left leg, but your entire lower body.
見ただけでわかるんですか？
Whoa. Huh? You can tell that just by looking?
はい、それぐらいは。免許こそ取れませんが、薬剤師と整体師になれるよう子供の頃から鍛えられているんです。
Yes. I may not be able to get the medical license yet, but I've been trained pharmacologically in physical therapy since I was a little girl. Yeah, pharmacologically and physical therapy. So that's what Akia meant when she said Kohaku knew internal medicine. I sit on the bed and roll up my pants so she can see my left leg. Kohaku gingerly placates the leg with her hands. Every time her fingers touch my shin, I would hit the urge to cry out in pain. After a few moments, Kohaku looked up at me hesitantly.
四季さん、
Shiki?
もしかして骨にひび入ってませんか？
Could you have fractured your leg? What the fuck, Shiki? How the fuck were you able to walk? Ah, so that's what it was. I'm actually kind of glad it isn't that. I'm glad it's just a fracture. I would have been surprised if she told me it was straight up broken in places.
そうかもしれません。でもちょっとだけですよ、きっと。
Yeah, that's definitely possible. It can't be anything too bad though.
こうして我慢できる程度なんですから。
The pain is pretty bearable.
明葉様のお気持ちがちょっとだけ分かっちゃいました。四季さんは平気なお顔をしていても、いえ、している時の方が大変な方なんですね。
I'm starting to understand how Akia feels. Even when you act like everything's fine, you still make us worry. All the more so, actually.
しばらくお待ちください。秘蔵の軟膏などを持ってきますので、それまでベッドから動いちゃダメですよ。
Please wait here a moment. I'm going to bring some ointment and stuff from my private stash. Don't move from the bed, okay? The pitter-patter of her footsteps fades as she runs off down the hallway. Left all alone, I start to feel strangely guilty. I don't think I ever heard Kohaku sound so sad. Yeah! Shiki, you're weird. You're just weird, bro. Kohaku's treatment is surprisingly professional. After applying the ointment, she tapped my heel and eventually gave me a cast for my shin.
いや、そこまで大げさにしなくても。
You really don't need to go this far.
そこまでのことです。ご自分のお体を何だと思ってるんですか？
Yes, I do. Do you think you're invincible?
そもそもこんな怪我をどこでこしらえたんです？四季さんの健康を任されたものとしてこれは見過ごせません。
How is this? How did this even happen? As the person entrusted with your health, I need to know. Did you do this to yourself?
いや、それはですね。
That's a good question.
四季さん、正直におっしゃってください。
Shiki, tell me the truth.
その喧嘩みたいなものです。興奮して殴り合ったというか。
I heard it in a fight, kinda. Things got a little heated, and it just sorta happened. It's a weak excuse. Despite being the truth, I can't tell her anything more about this. Yeah, and Akia knows. Anyway, but I also can't brush off her like nothing happened. It won't be right.
喧嘩ですか？もうダメですよ、そんなこと。
A fight, you say? That's not good at all.
わんぱくなのはいいと思いますけど、暴力はいけません。手を挙げられた方も、手を挙げてしまった方も痛いだけじゃないですか。
It's one thing to get into a little mischief, but you can't let it get violent. A fight only ends up hurting both parties. Oops, not Otto. Otto's my greatest enemy. No! No! Okay, Otto's off, thank Christ. Sorry, just drinking some water. Anyway, I guess there's no such thing as a winner when that happens. Kohaku words strike a powerful chord.
それはそうだな。痛いだけだよな。殴り合いなんてさ。
Yeah, you're right. That stuff only leads to pain.
でしょ？なのに、こんな怪我までして、がっかりです。
Exactly. I'm disappointed to hear you got hurt from something like that.
どんな事情があったにせよ、そんなことをしていると、四季さんを見損なっちゃいますからね。
Regardless of the circumstances, I didn't think you were that kind of person to get in a fight.
ああ、俺もバカだったって反省中です。二度とこんなことにならないよう努力します。
Yeah, I was an idiot. I know. I try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
はい、分かってくださったのなら結構です。
I'm glad you understand.
それでは、上の具合も見ますから、服を脱いでくださいね。
Now take your clothes off. I'm going to check your upper body as well.
はい。
Excuse me? Without hidden hesitation, Kohaku stands up and grabs my shirt. She wants me to get naked right here, right now? That's much as obvious.
ちょっと待った。
Wait just a second.
そこまでしなくていいです。痛いのは足だけだから。
You don't have to do that. I only injured my leg.
何言ってるんです。
Oh, stop that.
両足もひどいですが、より厄介なのは肩や腰回りだと断言します。
Your legs are both in
軽
a
い炎
starry
症がで
state.
きてるじゃないですか。
But I'm far more worried about your shoulders and waist. Look, you already got some inflammation.
あ、痛っ。何？今のツボ？ツボですか？っていうか、この悪辣な腕の取り方、もしかして小悪さんに生態を教えたろって、次男院のジジイでは？
Ow! Was that a pressure point? That definitely was a pressure point. Ah, and hey, I've been in an arm like this before. Did you learn this torture technique from old man Gina?
はい。次男先生にはしっかりと四季さんのお体について教えていただきましたとも。
Yep.
あと、悪辣ではありません。巧みな指使いと言ってくださいね。
Yes. Dr. Gina taught me everything I need to know about your body, and this isn't torture. Just think of it like as a nice little massage. Wait. Gagu pinned me face down against the bed sheets like it's nothing. Dr. Jinna was the traditional doctor I used to see when I lived in Arima's. I owe him a lot, but right now I love nothing more than to pay him back for all this crap.
いや、それはともかく、炎症なら自分で湿布とか貼るから、裸になる必要とかないってば。
Still, if it's just some inflammation, I can stick a compress on myself. I don't need to get naked.
ははー、照れてるんですね、四季さん。
Uh-huh? Are you a little shy, Shiki? Kohaku smiles contently as she continues to pull off my shirt.
四季さんのお体なんて見慣れてます。いいから観念してくださいまし。
I've already seen you naked, so be a good boy and take this off.
昨夜もお着替えをさせていただきましたから、背中のほくろの位置までバッチリです。
Who do you think changed your clothes last night? I even know the location of every little mole in your back. Now that she mentioned it, I was totally wearing my pajamas when I woke up.
ほら、暴れないでください。
Come on now, sit still.
せっかく固定した
It's
足の
still
ギ
a
プスが
little
ずれてし
weird
まいます。
because she is around the same age as Shiki, and then she said it herself. She's not a doctor. So it still feels pretty in my opinion. So I kind of get how Shiki's feeling. Also, is the opposite sex, and then we all know how weird that is. Especially, you know, like you're a guy, you get a girl doctor, it's weird. You're a girl, you get a guy doctor, it's Anyway, your cast will come off if you keep squirming. She's right, but that doesn't make it easier to get naked in front of her.
では仕方ありませんね。私が見るのは背中だけにいたしましょう。それなら恥ずかしいことはないでしょう。
Oh, fine. If you're gonna be like that, I'm just gonna take a look at your back. That isn't too embarrassing, is it? It kind of is, but it's better than the alternative.
I drink milk.
Wait, hold on. Let me drink milk, apparently. That was some good milk. Hey, Angel, what's up? And if I want to stick a compress there, I need to ask for someone's help regardless.
そうだね。
Yeah,
じゃあお願いします。
that's fine. Okay. I give in to her persistence and release the tension into my body.
念のため消毒もしておきましょう。喧嘩をなされたのなら小さな傷を負っているかもしれませんし。
I'm going to sterilize it as well, I won't be surprised if you pick up some small scrapes and scratches from your fight. The disinfectant stings my skin. It was a busy 2 days. I must be covered in little cuts. Heads up, Ivan. If you want to actually use the egg and eat it at me, you need to go to my about section for that. Anyway, although it stings, it's nothing compared to the dizziness that comes with my anemia. It also doesn't hurt that each time she applies the ointment, she coos at me. Oh, huh?
男の子なんですね。
Wait, hold on. Why the messages being blocked? Yeah, I'll allow that. Fuck it. Yes, the event is alive, and now the more you know, Ivan, the more you know. Wow, you're such a brave boy. Even with the teasing, it's easier to bear the pain. I guess Kohaku's cheerfulness couldn't help but rub off on me too. I forgot that I thought it was the next week. No. Next week, I'm just straight up not streaming. Oh, right. I guess I should just tell you. I'm gonna be taking a break from streaming. For how long, I'm not sure. It depends on how well my grandparents get better and how long it takes me to get back to my house, you know what I mean? But I'll definitely keep uploading stuff to my YouTube because I can always edit videos, but live streaming is gonna be really fucking hard. Anyway, Kohaku wraps up her treatment. The past hour felt a lot more by the book than I expected. Kohaku really is something.
ありがとう、琥珀さん。左足も痛まなくなったし、これなら午後もゆっくりできます。
Thanks, Kohaku. My leg feels a lot better now. I should be able to take it easy for the rest of the day.
いえいえ、どういたしまして。
Damn, I hope they get better. Thank you. I hope so too. They're like in their 70s, so I get stressed a lot. I'm losing sleep, but ignoring that. Yes, you're quite welcome.
それではお仕事に戻らせていただきます。
I'll be getting back to work now.
痛みが引かない。あるいは悪化したらすぐにお声をかけてくださいね。午後は厨房で夕食の仕込みをしていますので。
Please let me know if the pain doesn't go away, or if it gets worse. I'll just be in the kitchen preparing dinner, so I can take another look whenever you need. Kohaku flashes a smile before leaving my room. Now then, how should I spend the rest of the day? That is a good question. How do we spend the rest of our day? Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys too. It's already afternoon by the time I finish my lunch. After my examination this morning, walking doesn't really hurt anymore. I want to be able to go all that far, but where should I spend my afternoon? Motherfucker, why are you trying to go out? You trying to go out in town when you feel like shit. Alright, you know what? If you want to go out, Shiki, go in the garden. Get some air. Maybe you need some oxygen going into that fucking skull of yours. Your stupidness. Anyway, I'll take a walk in the garden. It's been a few days since I returned to the mansion, but I haven't walked around the garden even once. I'll go and see how it compares to my memories from 7 years ago. It's actually possible to enter the courtyard from the lobby. The exit is located just behind the main stairs. Oh! I never noticed the stairs. I thought that was just windows. I mean, the stairs. Blip, blip, blip. The door. I walked out into the terrace. It's the same terrace that stretches behind the parlor. When we were younger, this area was Akia's space whenever the weather was nice. But really, it wasn't so much her space, but it was the edge of her territory. Akia didn't venture into the garden on her own. This terrace was as far as she could go.
そうだった。よく庭から声をかけて 家庭教師の目を盗んだっけ？
That's right. I always called out to her from the garden whenever her tutor back was turned. Oh my god, everything's turning monochrome. That's amazing. I think she wanted me to come by there whenever we were out to play. She said it's unfair if we went to play in the forest by ourselves or something. Which means it was my role to take a key into the woods and then shoulder the subsequent scolding. I moved from the terrace into the garden. In the eyes of a child, the garden looks like it's stretched on forever. But now that I'm older and taller, I can grasp it in entirety. There's fewer flowers than there were 7 years ago, but the general atmosphere of the garden hasn't changed a bit. Oh? After about 10 minutes of leisurely strolling, I arrived at the gazebo. This is where the garden ends. All that lies beyond is a dense forest. Being mindful not to overexert my leg, I decided to end my walk here.
それにしてもつくづく日本離れした屋敷だよな。
Honestly, this place made me feel like I left Japan. I sit on a large rock and admire the vast garden in all its autumn splendor. From here on, the mansion feels like closure to a castle. I feel so out of place in this picturesque scene that I can't help but force a smile. The only people who seemed at home in a place like this are Arcueid and... Oh, Arcueid?
あいつぐらいだよな。
And her, I guess. That astonishingly beautiful woman is the only other person I could think of.
ってなんだそれ。
What's wrong with me? I shake my head to chase away the visions. Why am I thinking about Arcueid at a time like this? It's not like I can see her again. Now that her target Vlav is gone, she has no reason to stay in Soya. That's why it's pointless to think back on all that happened.
だよな。
Yeah,
もともとそういう関係だし、どうってことない。
that was the deal from the start.
もう
If
あんな無茶を
anything,
しなくていいかと思うと、せいぜい。
I'm glad I no longer have to deal with. I stopped myself short. There's no point in telling myself such a poor lie. Things may have calmed down since we parted, but that doesn't mean it feels great. Even now, I'm haunted by these feelings. Regret for the things I did, for the things I couldn't do. Although she brought me nothing but trouble, our time together was, well, it was fun.
バカか、俺は。
But, am I stupid? She almost got me killed. Why can't I get her out of my head? The injuries from last night still scars my leg. I remember how Vlav nearly killed you. You shouldn't want to go through something like that ever again. I sigh as I leave the gazebo behind. I take my time on the way back, wandering aimlessly through the garden. But my regret refused to set with the sun, and my thoughts continue to wander long after the lights has faded from the horizon. Ah, nothing but the darkness. Ah, never mind. We're good. Whoa, look at the red sky. Ah, it's dark now. Like my soul. Alright. Oh, sorry. The mansion at night has such a different feeling to it. Alright. Who jumping? My afternoon wasn't all that eventful in the end. After absentmindedly wasting some time in my room, it didn't take long for the dinner time to come around.
呆れた。いい加減忘れろよ。
What am I doing? I should just forget about her. I forced myself to stop thinking of the blonde woman inhabiting the back of my mind. They say the sun sets quick in autumn, but even so, it felt abnormally fast today. I must lost all sense of time thinking about this stupid stuff. Akia is seated in the dining room with Kahaku at, attending behind her, while Hisui has taken her position behind me. Kahaku has prepared a full course meal with Wagyu beef as the entree. I don't know if it's because of the Tono family's members, but Akia is passing the dinner in silence with a dignified look on her face. Akia returned to the mansion about an hour ago. Apparently some unexpected problems arose and she had to dedicate most of her day dealing with them.
翡翠、念のため聞いておくけど、うちの夕食って死後現金だったっけ？
Hisui, just action to be sure, but we're not forbidden from speaking at dinner. Are we? I keep my voice to the soft whisper so that Akia doesn't hear.
いいえ、親族の皆様間での談話は自由に行われておりました。
No, everyone in the family used to converse freely amongst themselves.
じゃあ、アキハが黙っているのは単に機嫌が悪いだけ。
Okay, so is Akia just quiet because she's in a bad mood?
申し訳ありません。私には分かりかねます。あくまで憶測ですが。
Oh!
アキハ様はお疲れなのではない
Yo,
でしょうか。
Hisui is the best maid? My apologies, this is beyond my knowledge. Though, if I were to speculate, perhaps Mistress Akia is simply exhausted?
そっか。そりゃそうだよな。いつも不機嫌だけど、今は特にご機嫌斜めだし。ほんと、ご苦労様だこと。
Right, that would make sense. She's not exactly the most cheerful person, but her mood seems especially sour. Must have been a hell of a day. I nod in sympathy. I should probably give her some space to relax, since her Sunday was ruined by extraordinary circumstances, but I know better than to try to throw out a random topic. Yep, it is best to let sleeping Akia lies.
聞こえていましたよ、兄さん。
I can hear you, Shiki.
別に午後の視察で疲れているわけではありません。食事は静粛にが当家のマナーですから。
I'm not tired from this afternoon's inspections. It's merely considered proper decorum in our household to eat in silence. She glares at me sharply. I'm not surprised that she saw me talk to Hisui, but the fact that she can actually overhear what we're talking about is terrifying. Just how good is her hearing?
もっとも、それも過去の話ですが。
Though, I suppose such formalities are such things of the past now.
どうしても話がある。今日一日の出来事を語り合いたいというのであれば、その限りではありません。
If there's something you absolutely have to tell me, or if you simply want to talk about our respective day, then go ahead. There's no restrictions forbidding it. Nodding in acknowledgement, I resume eating. Since I had a small breakfast and lunch, I worked up a reasonable appetite for dinner. But tonight's meal is different to look at it. From the beef tenderloins and the foie gras to the deep crimson sauce, all the dishes remind me of what happened up till last night. A sudden murder, a impossible reunion, an equally impossible monster. Just as death has closed its grip around me, I also touched death myself. Not to mention, there was a long-anticipated farewell once we defeated the vampire. I'm not pathetic. I have the whole day to wallow and I'm still not over it.
それで、
So,
私の仕事ぶりをいたわってくれた兄さんは、午後の休みをどのように過ごされたのです？
what did you do with your afternoon off? It can have simply worrying over my work.
ああ、俺のことか。午後は散歩に出て、部屋に戻ってからはずっとベッドで横になってた。
Hmm? Oh, right. What did I do? I went for a walk, and then I went back to my room, and I laid in bed till dinner.
それはあのまた貧血ですか？
I see. Was it your anemia acting up again?
いや、考え事をしていたらいつの間にか夜になってたというか、体
No,
の調子は悪くないし、
my
足の
body's
方も問題ないよ。
fine. So, my leg for that matter. I was just thinking about stuff, and it was a nightmare before I knew it. Oh, nighttime.
つまり無意に時間を浪費したということですね。
In other words, you spent your day in idleness.
そんなくだらないことを堂々と口にしないでください。私は何とも思いませんが、他の人が聞けば笑い物になるだけですから。
Huh. Please don't speak of such pointless pastimes with pride. I may not think anything of it, but the others would find you laughable if they hear you talk like this. I have no way of rebutting her merciless words, but I'm curious about something she said.
確かに自堕落に思われる発言だった。
I can see how saying it like that would sound kind of
という
lazy.
か自堕落だった。反省している。
Actually, no. I was definitely being lazy today. I'm so sorry.
けど、秋葉は何とも思わないってどうして？
But what do you mean when you said you didn't think anything of it? Could it be despite her strict demeanor, she's actually pretty lenient with her close relatives?
どうしても何も当然でしょ。
Isn't it obvious?
私は党の指揮に何も期待はしていませんから。
I don't expect anything from you, Shiki.
兄さんがそういう人であることは初めから承知の上です。
Oh my god, that's so... Okay. I'm laughing now because it's really funny when it happens to someone else. But imagine your mom or dad or someone that you considered to be like your guardian just hits you with this line. This shit's really depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Hits you right in the heart. I see. There is certainly wisdom in that. You can't be disappointed if you're not hoping for anything. I'm truly lost for words. Yeah, same. Damn, Akia. Went for the jugular.
ごちそうさまでした。
That's delicious. Thank you.
ごちそうさま。食後は習い事がありますので、私はこれで。兄さん、反省なされたのでしたら、今夜は早めに部屋に戻って、勉学に励んでくださいね。
It certainly was. Now I have to practice, so I can take my leave. And Shiki, if you're indeed reflecting on your actions, I suggest you to return to your room and devote yourself to your studies. Akia arrives from her seat, leaving the dining room. It sounds like she got violin practice tonight. How am I supposed to keep up with someone this multi-talented?
四季さん、ファイトです。秋葉様に負けないで。
You can't give up, Shiki. Don't let her win. Our resident mischievous housekeeper gave me some quick words of encouragement and a playful wave as she leaves the room with Akia. Aw, thank you. That made my day. After dinner, I take an early bath before returning to my room. I sit at the desk. Thinking back on what Akia said, I decide to open a textbook and make up for the time I wasted today. No matter how crazy my life became over the past couple of days, I'm still a second year in high school. Got a mountain of work to do.
いや、山積みなんだけど。
And what a mountain it is. But no matter how hard I try, I can't concentrate. I keep seeing them in the back of my head. Unneeded visions of a woman who I should have forgotten by now.
ああ、もう 今日はやめやめ。
Ugh, that's enough for today. Simp! Giving up, I fell back onto the bed sheets, stare idly at the ceiling. It's okay. Tonight is the last time I have to deal with this. It was an intense couple of days, for better or for worse. It's not like if I could forget about it that easily. I need at least a day to cool down, which is what I'm doing right now, just letting my mind wander. I pass the time in a daze, hoping to distance myself from those memories and wash away the impression they left on me. As long as I can manage this, the things that happen will fade into the past. My eyelids grow heavy. My consciousness drifts away. Slowly and surely, darkness wraps my senses in its embrace. And thus, my peaceful day off comes to an end. I lie in bed, slide into a vague slumber, as if I could convince myself it will all fade away. Oi? The darkness. It comes again. Damn you. Oh, we can save. Cool. Wait, is that it? Alright, stream's over, everyone. Good night. Alright, joking aside. Mystic Eyes of Death Perception, Part 1. Wait a second, that's us. Alright. Yeah, let's keep going. We'll be fine. Hmm. Okay, let's see here. I think I slowly drift awake. My arm feels heavy as I reach out for my glasses. Alright. Looks like I got a fever, and thoughts crossed my mind as I thought it was someone else's problem. I put on my glasses. No Len? Sorry, hun. No Len. It's too horny for today's modern audience. And Natsu himself says, he doesn't like writing them scenes, bro. He can do better. My vision returns to normalcy, though a tingle of dizziness remains, the symptoms resembling a common cold. But it's just a flush of light morning fever. It passes with time, like giving a cold engine some time to warm up. Someone knocks on the door. After waiting for a moment,
失礼します。
pardon my intrusion. Hisui enters the room with a
お
bow.
はよう翡翠。今朝もありがとう。
Morning, Hisui. Thanks for the wake-up call.
おはようございます。四季様。お目覚めになられていたのですね。
Good morning, Master Shiki. I see that you're awake.
ああ、昨日はぐっすり眠ったから。着替えたらすぐに食堂に行くよ。
Yeah, I slept pretty well last night. I got changed and headed to the dining room right away.
琥珀さんにはちょっと熱があるから、量は少なめだって伝えてほしい。
Tell Clock will have a bit of a fever, so I'll be eating late
かし
today.
こまりました。
Of course.
体温計は必要でしょうか？
Will you be needing a thermometer?
いらないよ。どうせいつもの微熱だし。
No, that's okay. It's just a mild one. I'll get them all the time.
それでは着替えはここに。食堂でお待ちしております。
Here's your clothes then. Shall I wait you in the dining room? Hisui bows and leaves the room. It may be my imagination, but her bow doesn't feel as crisp as
心
usual.
配してくれてるのかな。でもこんなの本当にいつものことなんだけど。
I wonder if she's worried about me. I'm just so used to stuff like this. I appreciate the feeling, but it's really no big deal. I mean, if we wanted to talk about people who had it rough, She should see Arcueid. That wound of hers was no joke. Not even flex tape could fix it.
しかしガムテープは本当ないよな。見てるこっちの血の気が引いたし、今度会ったら
Still can't believe she thought flex tape was a good idea. Just seeing it stresses me out. Next time I stopped before finishing the thought. There was no next time. We won't be seeing each other again. It's better to avoid getting involved with someone like that.
そうだ。それがいいに決まってる。
Yeah. This is for the best. High time I get this through my head. Today is Monday. It's the beginning of the week, and I'm eager to get started. Yay, Monday, said no one ever. Alright. I wash my face and get dressed before heading over to the parlor. Akia is sitting on the sofa. It's just after 7, but she's already enjoying her post-breakfast cup of tea.
あら、おはよう。
Oh, she's in her uniform.
今朝
Good
は
morning,
早いんですね。
You're up early today. I wake up as early as Akia is in a good mood, it seems.
おはよう。秋葉の方こそいつもおはよう。
Good morning, Akia. You're up as early as it. All of a sudden, I'm struck with a bout of vertigo and then grab my head. The dizziness persists. My body heats up like I never felt it before.
兄さん、
Shiki? I hear the sound of rustling clothes, then footsteps towards me.
どうかしました？顔が赤いけど、熱でもあるんですか？
Is everything alright? Your face is red and you have a fever.
いや、熱は確かにある。
Yeah, I do, but... Akia comes closer and peers up for me from below. Strange. For some reason, it feels it's worse than that when I look at her.
少し熱があるようですね。
Yes, you do seem a little hot.
昨夜はきちんと毛布を使いましたか？環境が変わったから調子を崩しただけでしょうけど、念には念よね。
Did you sleep without a blanket? I'm sure it's simply because the change in your environment, but we mustn't take the chances.
そこで待っていてください、兄さん。今琥珀を呼びつけますから、朝食の前に熱を測りましょう。
You wait here. I'll call Kohaku. We should check your temperature before you eat. Kohaku looks over to the lobby. She's probably thinking about going over to the kitchen and getting Kohaku. I avert my gaze from Akia in that moment. Yeah, Shiki, you need to just sit your ass down and take a fucking nap, bro. As I do, my dizziness passes.
いいんだ、秋葉。琥珀さんを呼ぶまでもないよ。
It's okay, Akia. You don't need to call Kohaku
起
over.
きたばかりで体調が悪いだけだから、いちいち気にしないで。
It's only because I just woke up. You don't have to worry about it.
体調が悪いのならなおさら放っておけません。風邪だったらどうするんですか？些細な病気でも兄さんには大事でしょ。
Oh my gosh,
免
he's
疫や抵抗力
it's so
もかなり
true.
低いんですから。
Then again, they didn't have Shiki around for like 7 years. So like, how do I explain this? Getting someone back after a long time feels weird. So let's say you had a cousin, right? And you knew when you were kids their health wasn't great, right? And your cousin went off and like moved to a different town or something, right? But then they come back to live with you, right? Until like they graduate or something to finish off their education. And then they keep fucking doing dumb shit like Shiki. And then you realize that their health that was pretty shitty before kind of got worse. So I completely understand Akia for just saying, "Shut the fuck up, Shiki. You're sick. Stay in the fucking corner." And that's very valid of her, honestly. MAO. Try first got me to 5-star. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we can't leave anything up to chance. When it comes to your health, what if you get worse? You are in no position to talk about any illness lightly with your immune system. Visibly irritated, she brings up her hand to my forehead. Her delicate palm is cold to the touch, enough to send a shiver running down my nape. For the briefest moment, I cease breathing. Akia is right. Something is wrong with me today. I don't know why, but every move of hers makes me tense. Just watching her causes my temperature to spike. The realization hits me that I might faint if she keeps touching me.
兄さん、随分と熱くないですか？
Shiki? You're burning up? Akia words ring through my skull. It feels as if her long black hair and porcelain skin have evaporated into heat and trickle into my head. This is bad, but the feeling will fade. Fatigue might be the cause of this. My body hasn't been enough time to recuperate. Before I end up doing something incredibly stupid in front of Akia, I make my move.
休養を思い出した。
I just remember something. Gotta go. I brush her away. I brush her hand away and scoff off like a panicked rabbit.
シキ様、朝食まであと5分ほどかかりますが。
Master Shiki? Breakfast would be another 5 minutes at least.
そうか、ありがとう。俺のカバンは？
Right, thanks. Where's my bag?
カバンでしたらこちらに。
Your bag is here. Hisui is prepared as always. I thank her and take it in my
行
hand.
ってくれ。見送りはいいから。
I'm gonna head out. No need to send me off!
お待ちなさい。熱があるのに何をしているんですか、兄さんは。第一、廊下は走らない。妹の言うことはきちんと聞くが我が家のルールです。おとなしく今で熱を測ってください。
Wait. Just where do you think you're going? What about your fever? Listen to your sister is the most important rule in this house. And don't run in the hallways. Get back here and take your temperature this instant. Hisui has come to the lobby to stop me. But luckily for me, her reluctance to run indoors is slowing her down.
悪い。ルールを守るのはまた後で。
Sorry, I'll worry about the rules later.
熱も下がったし、このまま学校に行ってくれ。朝飯は勝手になんとかするから、今朝は多めに見てくれ。
I'm feeling better already, so I'm gonna head off to school. I'll figure something out for breakfast. Let me off this once.
なんとかするって。ちょっと、兄さん？
Figure something out? Wait just a second.
待ちなさい。何ですかその言い分は。後で守るルールなんて、それじゃあ規則とは呼べません。
What do you mean you'll worry about the rules later? If they can be brushed aside so easily, they won't be called rules! In an effort to escape Akia's objection, I burst out the entrance. I clapped my hands together and whispered a heartfelt apology to Akia in my head. Honestly, I'm grateful that she's concerned for my well-being, but I can't just be like, by the way, whenever I look at you, I get so dizzy, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Alright, if y'all know Tsukihime, we all know the real answer, but Shiki doesn't. And that's rough. Not when she's so worried about my health. Who knows what kind of pain might be in store for me if I came clean. Breathing out a huge sigh, I finally settled down. I should be safe here. My assumption is that Akia wouldn't be immature enough to drop her schedule to come after me.
けど、怒る理由がルールについてなのがハキハらしいな。
It's so like Akia to be bad about me for breaking the rules. I laughed to myself, thinking back to what she said. She may be my sister, but I can't tell where her boiling point is.
コンビニにでも寄っていくか。
Guess I'll stop by the convenience store. My wallet's not doing so hot, but I ought to at least eat something. Why am I only ever hungry on days like this? Usually I'd be fine skipping breakfast, but today I'm starving. I'll just grab something small to hold me over till lunchtime. Ah, the tune! It's adorable. It only took me a couple minutes to get in and out of the store. I arrived at school 30 minutes earlier than usual. There aren't many students around, but my count there was 2 or 3, including myself. Though, in as little as 10 minutes in front of the gate should be packed with students. Naturally, the guardrail is developed of an unbelievable beautiful woman sitting and waiting for someone. Oh, devoid. The athletic clubs are in the middle of their morning practice. I watched them out of the corner of my eye as I approached the entrance. Working up this way is actually pretty enjoyable. There is something about it that makes me feel alive, but I never wound up joining a club. I didn't want to burden anyone with my anemia. Plus, my doctor has strongly advised me to avoid strenuous exercise. When I was a first year, I was avoided to join a few times, but I told them maybe next time. Each time I did, I felt the distance between us grow. In the end, maybe feels of not wanting to get involved with others became my self-defense mechanism. This isn't a time for silly sentimentals. I shout out some support to the club knee deep in training before making my way to the main building.
あらら、おはようしきくん。今朝は早くない？
Well, morning, Shinki. Aren't we early today?
はい、ちょっと時間を間違えて。
Yeah, I got time mixed
お
up.
はようございます、ノエル先生。
Good morning, Miss Noel. I turned into Miss Noel on the way into the classroom. She seems just as surprised as me to see someone around at this time.
時間を間違えると遅刻するんじゃなくて、早くから登校しちゃうんだ。しきくんはあれね、勤勉かね。今時の若い子ならもっと気楽に生きていいんじゃない？
Aren't you a little busy bee? Usually when someone mistakes the time, they turn up late, not early. You're still young, so why not take it easy, you know?
十分気楽にやってますよ。勉強好きでもありませんし。
I do take it easy. I'm not really that good of a student anyway.
それより金曜日の無断欠席についてですけど。
Speaking of which, about missing school last Friday.
ああ、あれね。大丈夫。お家には連絡入れてないから。
Oh, that? Don't worry about it. I haven't said anything to your family.
たった一日のボイコットなんて普通だものね。しきくんだってその方が都合が良かったでしょ？
Whoa, Noelle's pretty base for a teacher. Hold on. This is a little too much freedom. Anyway, it's no big deal if you play hooky every once in a while. That would be more convenient for you, wouldn't it? Miss Noelle flashed a devious smile as she uttered something I never expect to hear from a teacher. True. My savior. This must be what saved me from the full weight of Akia's fury. Actually, isn't Miss Noelle being a bit too lenient for a teacher?
あ、しきくんたら頭固いんだ。
Oh, Shiki, you're so uptight.
先生は不真面目なわけじゃありません。生徒の自主性を尊重してのことです。
I'll take...
だってみんなこんなにも若くて美味しそうなんですもの。一日ぐらい背伸びして遊びに行くのは仕方のないことだと思うの。
I'll take my job very seriously. I have you know, I just care about the independence of my students. You're all so young, I could just eat you up. There's nothing wrong with stretching your legs from a day and having fun.
いえ、遊びに行っていたとかそういうんじゃなくて。
Well, I wasn't exactly having
っ
fun.
て冗談よ。
I'm just kidding.
分かってます分かってます。例の貧血でしょ。真面目な四季くんが火遊びをするわけないものね。
I know. It's your anemia, right? I know you're not going out and playing with fire or anything. Ooh.
それで体の方は大丈夫？痛いところとか残ってない？
Are you feeling better? Did you hurt anywhere? Sorry, I don't like that pose. She's giving me weird stalker vibes, if that makes any sense. But look, all you need to know is that she's giving me so many red fucking flags with that pose. It sounds like she was genuinely worried about me. Miss Noelle actually wasn't too far off the mark with her joke, but I won't be correcting her.
貧血の方はなんとか。今朝は特に調子がいいです。
The anemia is better. I feel really good today.
そう、それはよかった。じゃあ今日から気楽な学生生活に戻れるわね。
Glad to hear it. I hope you're ready to settle back to
慢性
being a
的な貧
student.
血という話だけど、四季くんはいつからそういう体質なの？やっぱり生まれつき？
By the way, when did you become an anemiac? Were you born with it?
生まれつきではないんです。子供の頃に事故に遭って、それ以来というか。
No, I wasn't born with it. I was in an accident when I was little.
まあ、それは気の毒に。それで運動をしなくなったり、食欲が薄くなったりしたのね。
Oh, how terrible. That's why you can't exercise or eat much.
それで、どんなだったのかしら。
So, what happened?
はい。
Excuse me? My voice slips out at an unexpected question. Miss Noelle licks her gloss lips and speaks.
だから、どんな事故だったの？と聞いたの。
Okay, I don't know if this is just Japanese or like just a cultural thing, but I feel like as a student being accessed by a teacher I barely fucking know, this feels a bit weird. I'm not gonna
体がお
hold
か
you.
しくなるぐらいの怪我だったんでしょ？
I asked you what happened in your accident. It's serious enough to screw you up, wasn't it?
やっぱりすごく痛くて、泣きわめくほど怖かったのよね。それこそ、一度死んで生まれ変わってしまうぐらいに。
I bet it was excruciating. The whole ordeal must have made you bawl your eyes out, and once it was all over, you felt like you have been born again? Hey, yo, Noelle, what the fuck? That's not a... Huh? Huh? An indescribable dread takes hold of me. Not from her insensitivity. It's been obvious from day one that she is a busybody. I don't think she's great at reading the room. What makes me hesitant is that I don't remember a thing about the accident.
ただの事故ですよ。こうして無事だし、大したことじゃありません。
It was just a regular
失
accident.
礼します。
I'm still here, so it can't have been too bad. But I should be going to class. It's about to start. I bow before moving past Miss Noelle.
四季くん、
Shiki? I turn around in response to hearing my name.
体調がいいのなら、今日からしっかりね。これ以上、無断欠席はしない方が身のためよ。
If you're feeling better now, no more excused absence, okay? It's for your own good. The returnee from France winks before I leave for the facility room. Blip, blip, blip. I don't like her. This woman has so many red flags, bro, that I think she's a fucking stop sign. Anyway, I thought I'll be the first one here, but a few of my classmates are already in the room.
早いな、遠野。金曜どうしたん？
Let's see. If I was Shiki, I would be activating Noelle's route day one. Hey, yo, why are you banging the teacher? You know what? As someone that's getting older, you know, you're right. I would. If there was a teacher route, I would. You're here early, Shiki. Where were you Friday?
おはよ
But it's like,
う。
I
昨日は
don't
体調
like
不良
Noelle like that.
そっちは朝練
You know,
は
I gotta actually read her route if she ever gets one. Which is probably not. Morning, wasn't feeling good. You done with practice?
そうそう放課後の部活動だけじゃなく朝練まで自重しろって話になってきてさ首相を交代したばっかだってのにこんなんじゃ統率取れねえよなあ
Yep, they're even telling us to cancel those now. We only just got a new captain. How is he supposed to step into his new role if you can't even practice? Even the sports clubs are feeling the effects of all this vampire business. Though, that'll change soon. The stuff is over now. Things should get back to normal. "5 minutes till homeroom. Just as I bracing myself for a full day of classes.
やっほーサボりまーおはようございます
Good morning, serial skipper! A voice from behind me sends my peaceful morning shattering into 1,000 pieces.
やっす不良くん金曜日はナイス無断欠席でしたね
Sup, punk? The absence of Friday was dope as shit.
おかげで今朝また一段と元気ありそうなんだよ金土日と寝込んでたんじゃねえの
With that sorry ass here, my morning's looking. Wait, you seem fine. The hell, man? I thought you spent the whole weekend cocked down in bed.
寝込んでないし貧弱でもない
Won't be surprised if she joined the back alley allowance. I really kind of hope so. I'm still praying that Sasuke gets into fucking melty blood type Lumina. Is that game dead? I don't fucking know. I just want them to add the characters that are supposed to be there. Looking at you, Shion. Anyway, nope. And I wasn't a Nemiac either.
金曜日はたまたま気分が悪くなっただけで家に帰ったら回復したよ面倒なんでそのまま学校は休んだけど
I didn't feel great on Friday, so I went home to get some rest. I feel better after, but it wound up being too much of a pain to make it back to school.
マジかあの豪華なお屋敷でのんびりアンニュイライフとかたった3日でお貴族様の仲間入りかよ
You gotta be shitting
相
me.
変わらず気も太いっつうか順応性高いっつうかほんと住めば都なのな遠野はめちゃくちゃ羨ましくね
You spend 3 days living the good life there, and when you're already one of them, huh? You can roll up anywhere and live just fine, huh? Not that I want to live in a big-ass mansion. Who the hell would want that? Am I right? Arihiko put up a brave front. I could probably learn a thing or two from him.
言っとくけど慣れてないぞ
Still not wild about it, honestly.
お前なあの家がどれだけでかいか見てないから有彦遠野の屋敷知ってるのか
You have no idea how insanely massive it... Wait, you seen the Tono Mansion before?
うんにゃ知らぬあんだけ高いところにあってかつ周りは塀と林だろ敷地の中に入らねえと見えねえだろ
Nope, it's way on top of that hill. Boxed in by the wall and a bunch of trees, right? No one's getting a good look at it.
いやデバガメ根性で見たいけどよでもほらオタクセキュリティとかおすごいんでしょ
I love to check it out, but isn't the security there like Fort Knox or some shit?
俺が知るかああいや恵子さんの話じゃ年に数回泥棒騒ぎがあるらしいけど遠野邸に警察が駆けつけたことなんかないって言ってたし
How would I know?
他の
Actually,
上の屋敷に泥棒が入ったなんて話聞いたことないだろ
I think Kina said that there's a couple of break-ins every year, but the cops never get called. You'll never hear of anyone breaking into a mansion on top of the hill. Have you?
お前それ年に数回賊が押し入るのに警察が来ないってそれやばくねあり地獄っぽくね
Hang on a damn sec. There's been a couple of robberies every year, and the cops have never been called? Isn't that kind of spooky? Huh? You think? If they're catching the burglars before the cops can even get to them. Wouldn't that mean their security's top
いや
notch?
だからよ、そもそも外に出てきてねえんじゃねえの、その泥棒さん。
Shiki, you're a fucking idiot. Bro, that's what I'm saying, dude. Where do the burglars even go after that?
なるほど。それならどんな噂も広まらないか。
I get you. That's why no one hears about the break-ins. We nodded our heads in agreement. Afraid of what this train of thought might lead us, we quickly decided to change the subject. Good idea.
土
Good
曜の事故
idea.
現場、もう見たか。北口駅前の大火事。地下からの出火だったって話。
Oh yeah, you checked out the damage from Saturday? You know, the fire on the north side of the station?
いや、まだ見てない。話だけは聞いているけど。
No, not yet. I only heard about it.
俺、北口に改装前のデパートあっただろ。あの前にあった公園がごっそり地下に陥没してる。あれひでえぜ。元に戻すの1年はかかるんじゃねえかな。
You know that old department store by the north exit? The park in front of it totally collapsed. It's just a big ass crater now. They're saying it'll take a whole year to fix.
でもまあ、悪いことばかりじゃない。警備員やらテレビ局やらが押し寄せてるんで、北口のバカども、なりを潜めやがったからな。
But I guess this is not all bad, with the cops and the press all over the place. Those assholes have screwed off for good.
そうなのか。じゃあ、倉見橋駅のホテルの話は。
Oh yeah? What about the hotel near Kurumbashi station?
倉見橋のホテルってあのドームホテル？ああ、そういえばあっちでも火災があったんだっけ？
Oh, you mean the
北口の
Dome
壊れてる
Hotel?
出現で忘れてたわ。
Right. Yeah, there was a fire there too, huh? The stuff near the station was going so crazy, I totally forgot. Can't blame Arihiko for feeling so indifferent about it. An incident of that scale, which claimed so many lives, is still just a story from another town. We live in the same time where we're flooded with news, even when we're near something terrible. It's quickly overwritten by the next tragedy.
何にせよ、物騒なのは変わらねえってことか。
Man, nothing changes. This world is still pretty fucked up.
そういうお前さんもどうなんだよ。遠野は中学からこっち、貧血持ちのくせに学校だけは休まなかったじゃねえか。ま、登校した瞬間に帰るっていう
That's hilarious.
何度かあったけどな。
Anyway, what's up with you? Back in middle school, you never missed a day of school, even with your condition. But then again, I guess there were a couple of times where you bolted right after coming in.
それと似たようなものだよ。交差点あたりまでは登校したんだけど、そこで気分が悪くなって帰ったんだ。
It was the same thing. I made it to the crossing in front of the school, but started feeling like crap, so I went home.
弓塚といいお前といい、最近素行が悪いんじゃないか？
Yeesh, both you and Yumazuka are breaking bad, huh?
素行が悪いっていうのは否定しないけど、
Can't really deny it
弓塚さん、
in my
どうかしたの
case.
か？
But what's going on with Yumazuka?
木曜からずっと欠席。今朝も来てね。あいつもずっと優等生してたからな。いい加減テンパってたのかもしれん。しかし振り点だから上がれないと。
Been absent since last Thursday. She's not here today either. She was always a model student, guessing things looking good on the flop. But she decided to fold before the river. Arihiko certainly have a way with words.
おっと、じゃ俺はこれで。
Shoot, gotta bounce.
さらばだ。金曜サボった分真面目に勉学に励むがいい。
See ya, you better hit the boxes and books and make up for Friday. Arihiko hurries out of the room. He seems excited about something. I guess he's going to hide out in the nurse's office. It's his turn to ditch class, it seems. Whoa. The blue sky. Like there wasn't a mass murder last night. Anyway, the moment lunch breaks in, Arhiko reemerges, yarning. It's obvious he's been sleeping the whole time.
よく寝た
Ah, now that's a nap.
トロ飯食おうぜ飯
Let's grab some grub, Shiki. I'm positive Arhiko mind runs on an endless loop. Eat, sleep, sex, repeat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He actually needs to get laid to do the sex part,
そりゃ
but
飯は
sure.
当然のように食べるけどいいのか俺なんかに構ってランチは先輩と一緒がお前のマイブームじゃなかったっけ
That's fine with me, but wasn't your new thing eating with Sal?
あ先輩とランチだ
Huh? Lunch with Sal? Arhiko pulls a sour face at my question. She must have turned him down today. We eat lunch together. Arhiko bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after his nap.
宗谷駅前で検索と
Let's see. Soya Station
何の
incident.
新展開もね
Damn. No updates. Phone in hand, he scrolls the web, looking for new information. Being disconnected from the world for even a few hours is a life or death matter. You'd think he was just addicted to his phone like every other teenager, but Arihiko's cut from a different cloth. To him, this isn't just a way of killing time. He's looking for ammunition to help him survive each night he spends rolling downtown.
はあまた定番のコンビニレジ強盗ですか
Huh? Another run-of-the-mill convenience store robbery?
店員刃物で腹部を刺され重傷犯人はアルコール依存症うへえ言ったさ
Ugh.
酔っ払いに話通じねえもんなやっぱ買い物は通販
That's
に
horrible.
頼みますな
A clerk was stabbed in the stomach by a boozer? Eh. I bet it hurt too. Can't reason with a drunk either. I'll stick to online shopping. Thank you very much. Arihiko continues to work his way through his lunch as he messes around on his phone. The modern vision of a father reading the newspaper during dinner time. But now isn't the time for social critiques.
アリヒコ食事時にその手のニュース読み上げるの楽しい
Arihiko, are you having a blast reading the news while you eat?
楽しくねえですよけど世間に興味を持たない間抜けな友人のために世の中
Not
の
really.
真相を知らしめなきゃならんでしょ
But someone gotta look out for his clueless buddy.
聞いてますか遠野くん北口は倒壊するわ酔っ払いは人を刺すわ無差別に人を殺す通り魔はいるわ他人事じゃねえかもなんだぜ
Are you hearing me? The north part of town's being destroyed. Drunks are stabbing people. And there's some punk ass going around killing people left and right. This is happening in our backyard.
それは確かにでも通り魔事件はもう起きないんだ
I get where you're coming from, but I doubt there'll be any more killings.
北口の事故はどうしようもないけどそれ以外はいつも通りってことだろ
Not much we can do about the north part of town, but things should be going back to normal.
そうなの通り魔って捕まったんだ
Really? They caught the slasher?
いや捕まってはいないだろうけど
Not that I'm aware. The culprit is already dead. There'll be no more tacky headlines in the news about modern-day vampires roaming the streets, nor will anyone be killed so senselessly.
ともかくもうあんなふざけた事件は起きないし犠牲者も出ないってこと街は
Regardless,
元に戻ったんだよ
those murders won't happen again. There shouldn't be any more victims. This town can finally go back to the way it was.
しかし犠牲者は出ると思うぜ遠野
I mean, there's like 20 more hours of this game, bro. I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know, man. I think we'll need to see more.
出ないよなんで断言できるんだよアリヒコ
I'm telling you, we won't. Why do you think that?
だっておい今朝で9人目の死体が発見されたって今ニュースで流れてる
Well, because he just announced that they found a ninth body this morning. Arihiko shows me a screen on his phone. What? I can't believe my eyes. The site has a new update on the murders, with a picture of the north side of Soya
マ
Station.
ジかよ。ここいつも行ってる映画館の裏じゃねえか？
Oh shit, this is behind the movie theater we always go to.
待て、もう一度よく見せてくれ。
Wait, show me again? I take Arihiko's phone from his hand. It is not some crackpot theory or random hypothesis. The ninth victim of the serial killer confirmed by police at the press conference is embezzled on the phone screen.
そんな。
No way. The revelation made me stunned into silence. He, Vlov, is dead. I killed him myself. Then why? How can there be more bodies drained of blood during turning up?
しかし、現代の吸血鬼か。
A modern vampire in the
相
flesh,
手
eh?
が美人のお姉さんなら座れちゃってもいいんだがね。
I won't mind getting sucked up dry by a beautiful lady.
美人の吸血鬼。
A beautiful vampire? Arihiko words are like ice against my skin. I wouldn't get mind getting sucked up dry by a beautiful lady. He's obviously kidding, but that doesn't feel like a joke to me.
事件はまだ終わっていない。
This isn't over. The discovery of the new victim means that there's still a vampire in our midst. And even if we use the process of elimination, who that vampire is should be abundantly clear. Vlov is gone, which leaves only one vampire remaining. Shiki, you're fucking stupid. She literally says she doesn't drink blood, nor does she needs it. Did you not remember anything she was telling you? Yeah, I guess we're just... Look, Shiki's just gonna shank her when we see her. Classes come to an end. School finishes for the day. Or maybe I should stay... School was over before I knew it. The worst possible assumption can cloud my mind, and by the time I realized it, I was sitting alone in an empty classroom.
通り魔殺人はまだ
The
続いている。
murders haven't stopped. Before I wouldn't have given it a second thought. She said it herself. She never killed any humans. I can't see her lying to me about that.
ニュースが間違いなのか。そ
Did
れ
the
と
news get it wrong, or could it be? Only Arca would know the answer to that question. If I could just find her, I'm sure pieces will all fall into place. That's why I don't understand what I'm thinking. This is no longer any of my business. When I finished off Love, I went back to my old life. I did my job. My part in this should be over. I have no reason to be driven back. Why would I go to all that craziness of my own volition? I should just go on home, keep walking down this path as if nothing ever happened. Ugh. I'll go home. That's how to be the next best alternative. I've been taught since I was little to always choose the best option.
どんな人間だって人生ってのは落とし穴だらけなのよ。君はそれを何とかできる力があるんだから、もっとちゃんとしなさい。
Everyone got their own share of problems to overcome in life, but you have the strength to do something about it. So pull yourself together.
そうだ。
That's right.
何もしないって選択だけはしちゃいけない。
Doing nothing isn't an option. Those words saved my life. I've already tried to live by them, so I could pretend like this has nothing to do with me. This isn't over. Now that I got myself involved, it's my responsibility to see this through the end. You're a very responsible person, Shiki. I'll have just ignored this shit. I leave the school. Although I don't have any idea where she can be, I still have the key to her apartment, so I start there.
いないか。
Not here. Huh. The apartment looks the same when I left it, but Arcueid is nowhere to be seen. There's no sign she has been here, though. I'm relieved that she hasn't just disappeared into
いい
thin
さ。
air.
そう簡単に捕まえられるなんて思ってない。
Oh well, I wasn't expected to find her soon
と
anyway.
にかく今は行動はあるのみだ。
Now I decide to do what next. I could wait for her here, but there's no knowing if she'll be coming back. Probably have to look for her in town, just like how I first met her. Alright, are we getting options? No options? Okay. Star Bags Cafe. Is that supposed to be Starbucks? Cute. The sun sets over the city, paving the way for night to reveal itself. I take a look around the major spots, but I don't manage to catch a hint of Arcueid.
どうでもいい時はひょこひょこ歩いてたくせに、どうしてこういう時に見つからないんだ、あいつは。
She was walking all around over just a couple days ago. Why is it like that when I need her here? I can't find her. What do I do? It's still early in the evening. Alright, let's save. Alright, guys. Pumpkin spice latte session. Oh, 100%. If I could, I would. Let's wander around a bit. Let's get ourselves killed. I'm feeling a little feisty. I continue looking. We only met by a chance in the first place. It's not like we're good enough terms that we know exactly where to find each other either. I don't want to rely on sheer coincidence to find her. I have to rely on my own 2 feet and a bit of intuition.
そうだよな。人に会いに行くっていうのはそういうことだ。携帯に頼りすぎだった。
Yeah, that's how it should be. We've both grown too dependent on our phones. In a time where no one had a cell phone in their pocket, if a person didn't turn up to their predestination meeting spot, you could figure out where they are based on their principles and lifestyle habits. Shiki, that's kind of fucking weird. If they don't show up, then assume that they fucking bailed on you last minute or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm a jackass. It wasn't some kind of feral instinct, but something uniquely human that anyone can do, even in this age satired by mobile phones. Unfortunately, there's a limit of how far I could search. I better off focusing on the residential areas or shopping district.
よし。
Alright. After some deliberation, I decide on the shopping district. On my way over, I make sure to keep an eye out as I pass the north and south exit of Soya Station. If she's still here in town, I'll find her. Wherever the crowd was between us, I will recognize her in an instant.
いや、ないわ。
Nope, this is impossible. It turns out my intuition sucks. Every time I feel like I'm about to find her, every time I think she's going to bring around the next corner of the station, I wind up empty-handed. It's been a while since I felt this useless. Actually, it might be the first time it's ever been this bad. I always try to avoid overexerting myself since I knew when my anemia might flare up, making me wonder why I thought this search might be worthwhile, considering I have absolutely no guarantee to find her.
でも夜はこれからが本番だし、あともうちょっとだけ探索を。
But the night's not over yet. I'll search just a little longer. My phone buzzes. I wonder who it could be. Arhiko? I look to see...
四季さん、
Tushiki.
急いでお屋敷に帰ってきてくださいますか？
Could you return to the mansion as soon as
な
possible?
ぜかというと、突然のお客様がいらっしゃいまして。
Something rather unexpected have happened. A guest has arrived at the
と
mansion.
ても素敵な四季さんのガールフレンドを名乗る外国人の女性と、
A stunningly beautiful foreign woman is here, calling herself your girlfriend.
朝の一件だけでなく、四季様がお帰りにならないことに不機嫌だった秋葉様とかけます。
Not only that, but Mistress Akia is still upset about your absence, as well as the incident this morning.
その心は
White woman spotted! 100%. Quite an explosive recipe, don't you think? She right. She not wrong. She right. It's a strange text from Kohaku. Nah, that's your death threat. That's a death threat. Get your ass back home, bro. Huh? My mind goes blank. Does that mean Arcueid is at the Tono Mansion? I immediately conjure up the worst case scenario, though my wits refuse to accept it. Stupid. Why didn't realize it earlier? That made me think I could use some common sense to pin down someone like Arcueid.
にしても意味不明すぎるだろう。
Still, of all the places, why would she turn up there? Like a heron in flight, I race off towards the Tono estate. I don't even want to imagine what Arcueid could be spouting off to Akia. I'm trying to picture Akia's reaction as me generally scared for my life. Fair enough, Shiki. Fair enough. If I was in your shoes, I would be scared too. Akia's a scary woman. Looks like I managed to set a new personal best. Climbing the killer of a hill and reaching the Tono Mansion in a record time has me gasping for air. But my trial is far from over.
ごくり。
Gah. I begin to catch my breath. My weary shoulders get a reprieve as well. I swear, the mansion looks like it came right out of a set of a horror movie. Now that I think about it. Huh?
ちょうどいいところに。
Gee, Akia's real! Holy shit! Oh my god, we're going to die!
はできていますね、兄さん。
Sorry, I had to take pictures. Alright, are you ready, Shiki? Yeesh. People are always this willing to make their peace and march to their death. Giant woman! There's no running from this now. It's only make things worse. Oh my god, look at the moon, guys. It's halfway now. At first it was like a crescent. Now it's half filled. That's awesome. I cast aside my fears and venture deep into the grim abode. I see you finally decide to return home.
あと1分遅かったのならどうなっていたかわからなかったところです。
Who knows what I've done if you have been a minute later.
あ、やっと帰ってきたな、こいつめ。妹さんばかりか私まで待たせるとか。やっ
You
ぱり
finally
普
decide
段
to
から横暴
come
なの
home,
ね。
huh? Looks like you make us both wait. Guess you always like this, huh? They stare at me, polar opposite expressions on their faces. I know what this feeling is. This must be how a captive feels when they are forced to plead for their life, with a gun pointed at the back of their head, like in an action movie. Words fail me. I am unable to come up with any kind of response. I know this track! Oh my god, this track only plays when we're fucked. Shit. I can't believe Arcueid and Akia are face to face in the same fucking room. They're both sitting on the sofa like there's nothing amiss at all. Though, unlike Arcueid, who seems perfectly calm, Akia has a bitter contempt written all over her face. Akia glances at me.
どうしたんですか、兄さん。そんなところに立っていないで、どうぞこちらに来て座ってください。
What's the matter? You don't Why don't you come and sit with us instead of standing in the doorway? No way. I inch a little closer to the sofa, but feeling that I might be stabbed by a knife keeps me from moving any nearer.
ここでいいです。
I'm okay here, I swear.
それよりアキハ、こいつはだな、
Anyway, this is, how do I even begin to explain? I doubt I can get away with calling her a classmate. Saying she's someone I met in town probably would just make things worse.
その何ですか？
Go on. A Kia glare pierces into me. I can tell I'm not going to be let off the hook here. God, I don't think there's anything I could say that'll dig me out of this hole. Still, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or disturb what little peace I found. There's gotta be a way to explain. But what's she even doing here in the first place? How can she even sit there, smiling away like that? I can't even imagine Akia would let someone she never met before into the parlor.
その前にいいかな。
Actually, first of all,
こいつ、なんて言ってやってきたの？
what has she told you? Hmm? Arcueid tilts her head in confusion.
兄さんのご友人ではないんですか？
She is your friend, isn't she?
この方はそう自称しましたね。
At least, that's what I've been told.
ああ、友人といえば友人。
Oh, yeah, yeah, you can say that.
そうですか。私にも紹介していただけると嬉しいわ。
I see. Then why don't you introduce us?
兄さんのご友人でしたら、無下にお帰りいただくわけにはいきませんし。
It would be rude for me to just send your friend home.
それはですね、アキハさん。
Well, the funny thing is, I mumbled.
ふん、友人ねえ。
Oh, I'm just a friend, huh? Arcueid works her way into a conversation, probably tired of being ignored.
あんなひどいことしておいて、そういうこと言うんだ。私、まだ体が痛いんだけど。
You're unbelievable. I'm still aching after everything you did to me, you know. What? My head whirls. No, this is some vertigo. Floored, I find myself decoupling from reality with astonishing speed.
それはどういった意味でしょうか？私の兄が身体面、あるいは精神面においてあなたに危害を加えたとでも？
And what is that you mean by? Are you saying that somehow my brother has somehow caused you bodily or mental harm?
失礼ですが、ご自分がどれほど信憑性のない発言をしているか理解していますか？
Pardon my rudeness. Do you understand? What are you insinuating?
ええ、バッチリね。なので、どうぞお構いなく。私は四季を誘いに来ただけだもの。すぐに出かけるわ。ね、そうでしょ、四季。
Oh, I do. But don't worry, we're squared. I already had him pay me back with his body tenfold. No problems anyway. I just wanted to ask Shiki if he wanted to join me for something. We'll be out of your hair soon. Isn't that right, Shiki? Ark, stop! Felt. Shit. This is bad. The more she talks, the shorter my lifespan gets.
いやー
You're such a jokester! I forced a laugh I had made for Arcueid, grabbing her by the arm.
ちょっと四季、急に何するのよ。
Shiki, what are you doing? There's no time to listen to her complaints. Dragging Arcueid by the arm, I bolted out of the parlor, leaving a stunned Akia behind. Does she mean she Calypso or the mincing? And then it turns out she means the mincing? No, horny and judgment Anyway, Hisui is waiting in the lobby. I wonder what she's thinking, seeing me with Arcueid in tow. I have a hunch I wouldn't like the answer, so I'll worry about that later.
お出かけですか、四季様。
Are you going out, Master Shiki?
不本意ながらすっごく申し訳ないんだけど、玄関の鍵は開けておいてほしい。
Unfortunately, I'm really sorry about this, but can you leave the front gate unlocked for me?
はい、かしこまりました。
Of course.
大変お気をつけて。
Please take care. I hurry past the bowing Hisui and try to get away from the mansion as fast as possible. I would too. 100%. Thanks, fucking Arcueid, you dumb white woman! Please don't take that out of context, Jesus Christ.
痛いな。いきなり外に連れ出すなんて、四季って常識ないんじゃない？
That hurts! What are you doing, dragging me outside all of a sudden? I never heard a stupider question in my life.
お前こそ何のつもりだよ。真正面からうちの屋敷に来るなんて正気じゃないぞ。
What the hell are you
俺の生活をぶっ
thinking?
壊すつもりなのか、このバカ女。
Waltzing into my house like that. Are you trying to destroy my life? You fucking stupid.
バカ女って、あなた私をバカにしてるの？
Imbecile? Oh, so you think I'm stupid now?
バカをバカって言ってんだから、それ以外何があるって言うんだバカ。
I'm calling a spade a spade. If you got a problem with that, let's hear it. Look, man, Arcueid, stupid is stupid, and you're stupid.
うん？
Huh? Wait, oh, what? I'm actually livid. I never been in such a infuriating situation before. I have to give her a piece of my mind. Otherwise, I won't be able to let this one go.
何よ。私は四季に会いに来ただけじゃない。
Why are you acting like this? All I did was come to see you, Shiki.
そんなに怒られるようなことしてないと思うけど。
I don't think I did anything that bad.
会いに来ただけって。
17 pieces. And Shiki has to keep her vampiric superpowers a secret, as well as the fact that they've been fighting other vampires. Ah, Min's thing, yeah. Yeah, you're right, but, like, Arcueid cannot read the fucking room. Oh my god, it's so awkward to be in this fucking situation. I would knock her the fuck out, bro. I would have cuffed her. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh my god. You just came to see me? Are you serious?
そうだけど、何よ。
Yeah? What about it?
何の問題もないからね。魔眼も使ってないし、極めて人間的なアプローチしたんだし。
Shiki killed Arcueid even. I don't know, man. I think Arcueid killed Shiki in that moment. What's the big deal? I didn't use my eyes. I acted totally human.
四季の妹さんにだって。
Wait, y'all making clips? Yo, stop that. I look fucking incriminating, Jesus Christ. Alright, I didn't tell your sister anything about your eyes or that I'm a vampire.
そこは言わなくてもわかる。そっちの話に関しちゃ常識ありそうだからな、お前。
Not permanently, Jesus. Well, yeah, that much I got. And even you're not clueless enough to do something like that.
わかんないな。
I don't get you at all.
それじゃあ、なんでそんなに怒ってるのよ、あなた
Why
は。
are you so mad at me then?
そっちがあんまりにも考えなしだからだよ。
Because you don't think before you do things.
この際だからはっきり言っておくぞ。周囲の目を考える。自分の特徴を自覚する。
I'm gonna take this chance to tell you, once and for all, you got to think about how you come off to other people.
頼むから、もうちょっとおとなしめに行動すること。お前はいるだけで目立つんだから。
I'm begging you, stop drawing so much attention to yourself. Don't you realize how much you stand out? Phew. I feel better now that I said something that needed to be said. Though, Arcueid, who's been on the receiving end of it, seems complete opposite. Her glared at me like a pouting cat.
何よ、
Even
勝手なこと
saying
ばっかり
Shiki
言って。
injured her to Arcueid would get Shiki in trouble whenever he explains that she's a vampire or not. But to be fair, right? She could have just not showed up. To be fair, she could just not show up. She knows where Shiki goes to school, right? So she could have showed up to his school to prevent this whole situation, right? Because there's a difference between your social life and your home life. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah, because I'd rather my school life get fucked up than my home life. Because I sleep at my house. Impersonally a teacher. Impersonate a teacher. True, true. Why do you get to decide everything? That's not fair.
だいたいいるだけで目立つってどうしてよ。私、外見は人間と変わらないでしょ。
And what makes me stand out so much? I look like any other regular human, don't I?
美人はいるだけで目立つんだよ。人間であるかどうかなんて関係ない。
It doesn't matter if you look like one of us or not. The fact is, you're beautiful, and that makes you stand out. Damn, Shiki accidentally rizzing. I replied to her frankly. Maybe because I gave her a straight answer, but Arcueid readily accepts it.
まあ、こっちも言い過ぎた。
Okay, I'm being too harsh on you.
こういう修羅場は初めてだったから、気が動転してたんだ。
I never been in a tense situation like that, so I got a little carried away.
別にいいよ。悪かったのは私の方みたいだし。
It's fine. I guess I'm the one at fault here. Arcueid bows her head in a show of honest remorse. Somehow, I'm starting to feel a little guilty of thinking she may have some ulterior motive. Well, she didn't have an ulterior motive. She was just
ど
stupid.
うしてうちに来たりしたんだ。
Honestly. Not because you have to look human, but because you have to stop looking pretty. Huh? Oh my god, Cheeky low-key said that, didn't he? I never thought about it like that. That's pretty fucking bad. That's pretty bad, Cheeky. So, why did you come
い
here?
や、俺もお前に話があったから渡りに船だけど。
Actually, shut the fuck up. You saved me a lot of trouble. I need to talk to you anyway.
そうなの？私は単に式はどうしてるのかなって様子を見に来ただけなんだけど。
Really? I just came to see what you were up to.
そうか、興味本位か。次は木の陰にでも隠れてこっそり見に来てくれ。できるだけ誰にも見つからないように。できれば俺にも見つからないように。
I see. Indulging your curiosity, huh? Do me a favor and hide behind a tree or something next time so no one can catch you doing it. Better yet, do it somewhere I can't find you either. I feel exhausted all of a sudden. Though, this isn't exactly the first time I caught up in one of Arcueid's whims. And the fact she doesn't tell Arkia anything means she's at least put some consideration into my position here.
ともかくだ。
Shiki
真剣に
is a
話したい
cunt.
ことがある。
Like he has
ここじ
cunt
ゃ落ち着かないか
energy.
ら場所を変
I
えたいんだ
can't
けど。
deny this.
いいか。
It's manageable, honestly. I'd rather hear cunt Shiki than misogynist Shiro any day of the fucking week. Look, these characters aren't perfect, and this is honestly one of his flaws. Anyway, I need to ask you about something. Let's go somewhere we can talk.
いいけど、話って何よ？
That's fine with me, but what is it that you want to ask?
すぐにわかる。そうだな。そろそろ人気もなくなるし、公園あたりがいいかもしれない。
I'll tell you in a sec. Alright, let's head over to the park. There shouldn't be anyone around this time of night. I motion toward the road and start walking. Arcueid tilts her hand in curiosity, but following me without a word. LMAO, Emiya. Girls can't fight, Shiro. Oh my god, thank you. Someone else agrees with me. Because,
話っ
like,
て何なの？
I've
式。
been reading the visual novel, And being in Shiro Emiya's head is suffering. I will not wish that on my greatest of haters, bro. Oh my god. I'm like, it's so painful. I'm still reading it on my own, right? Because I want to read the fucking Saber route. Because they refused to animate the Saber route. Fuck you, Dean! I'm sorry, this is getting really aggressive. Anyway, so what is it, Shiki?
吸血鬼のことお前前に言ったよな巷を騒がしている通り魔殺人は吸血鬼の仕業だって
You said that the recent murders were the work of a vampire, right? Arcueid nods.
それじゃあ今朝のニュースで新しい犠牲者が出たっていうのは知ってるか
Did you know that another victim was announced on the news this morning?
昨日の夜に通り魔に殺されて血を抜かれたらしいんだけど
Killed by a serial killer last night and drained of blood. She narrowed her eyes. I could tell I stepped on thin ice. A wrong step would be the end of me.
ふんそれで
And?
それでってお前
And you didn't... I swallowed nervously. Arcueid peers right at me. Her eyes tells me she's really ready to pounce at the slightest moment.
おかしいじゃないかアルクエイド
Don't you think that's
グローブは
strange?
死んだなのにどうしてまだ吸血鬼騒ぎが起こる
Flav
ま
is
さかとは
dead.
思うけど
So why is there still another vampire around? I know there's no point to even asking this, but did you... If this is your doing,
はあもうそんなわけないでしょ
Oh, come on now, you gotta be kidding.
それは私じゃなくて他の吸血鬼の仕業よ
That wasn't me, it was another vampire. Arcueid interjects, slicing through the tension. A strange happiness wells up in my throat, but I shouldn't get my hopes up yet. It's great that it's another vampire, but there still isn't a couple of things that don't make sense.
他の吸血鬼の仕業ってそう次から次へと吸血鬼が出てくるの
Are vampires so common that a new one would
新し
appear
い吸血鬼がやってきた
so soon after Vlav?
まさかあの事件は初めから一人の吸血鬼の仕業よ
Of course not. This is always the work of a single
こ
vampire.
の町を食い物にする新しい吸血鬼なんてやってこないしブローブだってあの事件には全く関係ないわ
No new vampire is going to set up shop and finish what he started. Vlav was never connected to the killing in the first place. Vlav was never connected?
関係ないってそれどういう意味だよ
What do you mean he was never connected?
言った通りの意味だけどもう式って切れるようでどこか抜けてるのね
Exactly what I said. Jeez, I guess you've been too angry to pay attention.
いい確かにブローブは吸血鬼だったけどあいつは人の血を吸っていた
Sure, Vlav was a vampire, but did he drink human blood?
吸っていたかって当然だろあいつはあんなに人間を片っ端から燃やして
Of course he did. I saw him with my own eyes, burning people to ash. So that's it. How did I not notice something so obvious? The bodies left behind the serial killer has been drained of blood, but they were otherwise unscathed. But Vlav was different. He burned his victims, he drank their blood too, but draining them was never his modus operandi. Come to think of it, victims at the hotel weren't connected to the serial murders. They were treated as casualties of a fire. Which means Vlav must have not had any connections to his serial murders to begin with.
待ってくれじゃあ吸血殺人事件は何なんだ
Hold up. Then, who's behind the serial
一
murders?
体どこの誰があんな真似をしてやがる
Who's responsible for those killings?
だからあの事件はブローブとは別の吸血鬼の仕業なの
Like I said, that's the work of a different vampire.
私はその吸血鬼を殺すためにこの町にやってきたわ。
That's who I came here to kill. Some people say means of working.
ブローブが来た理由は
Modus operandi, way of working. Yeah, I never really seen that in writing before. Like I heard modus operandi. I don't know why I'm flexing this because this is usually a word I will not be able to pronounce on a good day. But it's just, I don't know, seeing it in writing is something else. The reason why Vlav came here. Things have gotten a lot more complicated now.
てっきり私を追いかけてきた一人かと思ったけど、ブローブにはそれだけの理性、使徒社会における協調性はなかったみたいだし。
I'm certain he was just after me, but now I'm not sure. He didn't look like he had his wits about him. I doubt he was working with other dead apostles.
ま、そのあたりはもういっか。ブローブは死んだんだし。
But enough about him. He's dead anyway.
とにかくブローブとこの町に救っている吸血鬼は別物よ。ブローブは正真正銘無関係の第三者。
Any rate, there are two different vampires, I guarantee you. Vlav is a third party who happened to just stumbled into this.
私、標的がブローブだなんて言わなかったでしょ。
I never said I was after him, did I?
ブローブにとっての標的は私だったけど、私にとっての標的はこの町で通り魔と言われている吸血鬼だけよ。
Vlav might have had his sights on me, but my target always has been the vampire you humans called the Soya Slasher.
シキ、まさかとは思うけど、ものすごく単純な勘違いしてたとか？
Shiki, I hate to say this, but did you get your wires crossed there? Bruh, Shiki feeling fucking stupid. I swallowed nervously. Arcueid was right though. She said her goal was to kill the vampire, which I assume was Wav.
それじゃあ何か。あの夜ブローブと殺し合ったのは
So risking my life against Vlav was all for nothing?
無意味じゃないわ。シキは私の代わりに戦ってくれたんじゃない。ま、シキさえ私を殺さなかったらその必要もなかったでしょうけど。
No, it wasn't meaningless. You fought for my sake, didn't you? Then again, I suppose you didn't had needed to if you hadn't killed me in the first place. The exhaustion hits me such that it feels like my knees were giving out at any second. It was pointless. Killing Vav changed nothing else. There's still a vampire in town, and even if it was just for a split second, I tried to pin the blame on Arcueid. Shit. I'm impressed you recognize the spelling. Thank you! I don't know, my brain just registered it for some reason. Disappointment and self-loathing swirled around in my head.
悪い。しつこいけど、最後に確認させてくれ。
Sorry, I know this is a stupid question, but I'll make sure I got this right.
ブローブは吸血鬼殺人には関係なくて、ここ1ヶ月街を騒がしているのは別の吸血鬼ってことだな。
Shiki is dwelling too hard on his mistake. She forgives you. Yeah, I think, okay, I'm gonna be real. Right? When you do something, no. Okay, let me just put this down to make sure I don't fuck this up. Put that on. So, I just want to say, Shiki, right, is dealing with someone that is really nice by human standards, right? Like, imagine you fucked up this hard as Shiki, right? And this person's like, yeah, I forgive you, even if you called me, you know, a murderer, basically. Because, like, imagine you're in Arcueid shoes right now. Someone you just met, right, that owes you a favor, you're kind of chill-ish, right? He killed you, you forgave him the first time. Or, like, they stole something from you. Let's be more realistic. They stole something from you, right? And then you forgave them, right? And you're chill. And then they come back to you, right? And they're like, did you kill someone? And you're like, huh? It's kind of fucked up. Or accused her or asked her if she was. Yeah, yeah. I think Shiki ripping off that bandages was valid though, just to be like, okay, let me make sure I'm not fucking crazy. Sorry, I just want to look at the flowchart. Neat, 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 neat. Hey, look at us being number one. Alright, it doesn't look like there's been a lot of choices. He had to satisfy his curiosity. Yeah, he had to do that, honestly. And look, he shot himself in the foot and he knows that. So it looks like there's some bad ends that I need to explore in my own time. But my brain doesn't want to register. But yeah. So let's keep going. I got like 30 more minutes in me. Yep, pretty much.
でもこれは私が済ませる問題だから式は気にしないでいいよ。
But this is a problem
そんなことよりね
This is a problem I can handle, so you don't have to worry about it. More importantly, shoot his foot and then put it in his mouth. Sorry. I have an expression that my parents usually use, well, mostly my mom, of what's it say? I hadn't heard her say in a while. Uh, Basically, I'll put my foot up your ass or something like that. Anyway, Arcueid looks at me, a wild smile brimming across her
なんだよ
face.
言っておくけどものすごく余裕がないぞ俺
Whatever you have in mind, count me out. I'm not in the mood. Shiki, you literally just accused her of being a fucking murderer. My feelings are all over the place right now. Anything Shiki says can knock me out right off my feet.
ちょっとした疑問よ。二人でブローブを倒した時のこと。ね
I have a
え、なんで
question for
3分だ
you.
ったの？
When we were fighting against Flav, why did you say you only had 3 minutes?
なんでって何が
What do you mean, why?
式、3分しか時間はないって言ってたじゃない。どうして3分なのか全然わからなくて。
You said you only had 3 minutes. I still can't figure out the reason.
あのな言っただろあそこは海の底みたいなものだってだから3分しか無理だって言ったんだ
I told you, didn't I? That place is like the bottom of the ocean, so at best I could have only last 3 minutes.
海の底だと3分なの？
Huh? You only had 3 minutes at the bottom of the ocean? That was a close one. I feel like my usual self. I would have shot back with something snarky.
まあそうだよ人間はお前みたいなのと違ってそれぐらいしか水に潜っていられないの
Well, you see, we're not built like you. Humans can only dive underwater for so long.
何よ、私だってちょっとは寒かったわ。
Hey, I was chilly too, you know.
海の底だって何時間も潜ってたら退屈だし。
Besides, who wants to hang around at the bottom of the ocean? That sounds super boring. I was chilly, she says. Meanwhile, I was gently thought I was dead. Wait, if I remember from Carnival Phantasm, Arcueid canonically was swimming around the bottom of the ocean to hunt for squids to make stuff for Shiki. That woman's built different. Anyway, what's the matter? Why are you looking at the ground?
いやちょっとめまいがして気にしなくていや気にしてくれ
Don't worry about it. Just feeling a little dizzy? Actually, no. You should worry about it.
実際海に潜ったら3分だって怪しいからな人間はか弱いんだから頑丈なお前と一緒にするな吸血鬼は吸血鬼同士我慢比べでもやっててくれ
I don't remember that scene. Yeah, no, it's a part of Carnival Phantasm. It's like episode 7? Yeah, I think it was like episode 7 or 5 where we were following Media during her daily life, trying trying to be her best housewife for Sojiro. I know it's not Sojiro, but he's basically Loki Sojiro. I remember cooking Nero. That was the episode. That's the episode. So yeah, you want to rewatch that. She did canonically go to the bottom of the ocean. At least she went fishing in the Antarctica, which was it's funny, but as a human to look at. Guy even asked her, bro, She was in a fucking bikini in the tundra. I felt uncomfortable. Anyway, even 3 minutes is pushing it for a human. We are not like you vampires, you know. We're flimsy as hell, so keep your endurance constant to yourself. I wave Arcueid off. With one hand, I cradle my head with the other.
今更言っても始まらないか。
Although, that's not gonna fix anything now.
お前たちが化け物じみてるのは身に染みてるし。
I already know firsthand how freakishly strong you are.
いえ、グローブのことは俺がバカだった。
Look, the love thing was making me dumb.
それよりアルクエド。
But Arcueid, I calm myself and begin to say something when I look up. What's with that expression on her face?
アルクエド。
You good?
何よ、好きの意地悪。
You can be a real jerk, Shiki.
どうせ私は人間じゃないですよーだ。
Who cares if I'm not like a human anyway? Making me dumb. Yo, Shiki's just losing brain cells every time he talks with Arcueid, bro. All of them slowly depleting. Arcueid turns the other way in a huff, started walking.
おい、ちょっと待て。どこ行く気だよ。
Hey, wait, where are you going?
人間な式には関係ない。ついてこないでよね。
Why do you care? You're just a human. Arcueid storms up without even glancing in my direction. She seems generally upset. Man, where is she going? I must have struck the nerve. Looking back, maybe I was being a little unfair. Shiki, you're rude as fuck. I don't know what to tell you,
で
bro.
も、そんな悪口言ってないぞ。
But I didn't even say anything. You're a fucking idiot, bro. Did I? Yes. Considering how mad she is, I feel like I must have earned it. Like, really earned it. In fact, I kind of feel like an asshole. Good. You are improving. Slowly.
ああ、もう、悪かった。今のは俺が悪かった。
Fine. I'm sorry. I was
だから
wrong.
待て。止まれってば。
So wait up. I said wait. I rush after the white silhouette in front of me. Not just because I feel guilty. In case she's forgotten, we still have important things to discuss. That's on you, Shiki. You a silly. You a silly Billy. Arcueid walks through the night, full of purpose. Her golden hair flutters in the air. She looks the same as she did when I first laid eyes on her. The same when she first faced love amid all the collapsed rubble. Gone is the tenderness I felt a second ago. She has the air of a hunter, stalking its prey. Her movements are now sharp and deliberate.
アルクエド。
Arcueid? Arcueid doesn't respond. She continues marching forward.
話を聞けって。どこに行くつもりだよ。
Are you listening to me? Where are you going? They can make Shiki Tono serve it. Bro. Shiki Tono is low-key one of the, the last or one of the last Type Moon protagonists to yet be implemented into FGO, bro. Like, all of us are waiting with bated breath for Shiki Tono to be added, bro. The White Huntress doesn't stop. Oh, no. I can't back down. I also can't manage to do anything else for now, so I follow behind her silently. Yeah, we kind of shot herself in the foot, which is fair. Tap, tap, tap. We walked in complete silence except for a sound of her footsteps. Oops. Until, that is, Arcueid comes to an abrupt halt and turns towards me.
ついてこないで。あなたみたいな普通の人間にいられると迷惑だってわからない？
Stop following me. Do you not understand a regular human like you will only get in the way?
人間で悪かったな。
There's also a need for a
何をしてい
prototype
るのか
girl.
教えてくれたら
Oh my
帰る。
god, yeah, you're right. Okay, first of all, Hanako's in. Shiremiya. Yeah. Oh, so you're just listing who's in. Yeah, we need the protagonist from Strange Fake. Strange Fake. We also need a prototype girl. That's what I'm saying. Bro, we're getting so close to all the protagonists being in FGO. Well, sorry for being a human. If you at least tell me what you're doing, I'll go home.
式には関係ないからほっといて。
This has nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. Arcueid twirls around and begins walking again. Well, damn. It looks like I'm getting the silent treatment again. We leave the shopping district and come to an underpass where Arcueid stops suddenly.
見つけた。
There it is. But Arcueid's voice is cold. She sounds like a completely different person. A shiver trickles down my spine. Even from behind, I can tell her posture, how how ready she is to fight.
何を
What are you doing? I don't say it. I don't know exactly what she's doing without having to ask. A pure, unbridled hostile flows from her, freezing the air.
おい、何考えてるんだ、お前。
Hey, what are you thinking? Arcueid doesn't answer. Her gaze is fixated on a perfectly normal-looking man in a suit.
式、メガネを外してあの人間を見てみなさい。
Shiki, take off your glasses and look at the human.
あの人間って。
You
前
mean
に
that
いる
man
あの
there?
早く。私が何をしているか知りたいのなら質問は後よ。
If you're so dead set on knowing what it is I'm doing, save your questions for later.
はあ、あんまり街中で見たくはないんだけど。
I rather not see that stuff while I'm outside. I remove my glasses. My temples throb. In exchange for the pain, the lines run across the ground and walls come dimly into view.
確認しておくけど、あなたの線は生物の方がはっきり見える？
Just to check, are the lines you see usually clear on living things?
ああ、その方がより確かに見える。
Yeah, they tend to stand out more.
でしょうね。あなたは生物だから鉱物の死を理解できない。
I figured, you're a living thing yourself, so it's hard for you to comprehend the death of inanimate
形
objects.
の上の摩耗というカテゴリーの結果は見えても、鉱物たちにとっての終わりは見えない。そのためには彼らと同じ視点、同じ価値観を得なくてはいけない。
You may be able to imagine it wearing away, but not actually the end of its existence. You need to share both the viewpoint and values to truly understand
死を見る
something
ため
like
には
that.
命を理解しないといけないから。
In order to see something's death, you need to understand how it lives in the first place.
それじゃあついでに聞くけど、今の式から見て、あの人間はどんな感じ？
Next question. Does that human look... What does that human look like to you right now? I don't see how you'd be any different. What? I stepped back by reflex. What is that? Every human being has lines on them. Mostly have a few, though, which gently trace their bodies in geometric patterns. But what the fuck is that? The lines are scrawled across his entire body, like a bulging veins and arteries. This man is covered in them. I can't even see what he looks like under them at all. Bleh. I want to throw up. He's backwards. That's not a person with lines. This is that the lines themselves have assumed a human form.
式にはどう見える？私としては式には普通の人間に見えていてほしいんだけど。
How does he look like? I'm hoping he's appeared human to you. I'm unable to give Arcueid an answer. It takes all my focus not to vomit.
そう。残念ね。式はあれにも死を見てしまっているなんて。
It's a shame you could see death in that too.
なんか普通とは違う。
Yeah, it's different from how it is normally. But I can still see his lines.
やっぱり死者さえ殺せるのね。あなたは。
I knew it. You're able to kill the dead too.
命があるなしの問題さえ無関係。動いているもの、破壊できるものなら例外なく停止させる。何よ。本当の化け物はあなたの方じゃない。
That's kind of a fucked up thing to say, Arcueid. So it makes no difference whether something's alive or not. As long as the thing can move or be destroyed, you can put an end to it. No exceptions. Between the two of us, who's the real monster here? What?
式が見ている通り、あれはもう人間とは呼べないわ。
As you can see for yourself, that thing can no longer be called a
死と
human.
いう負債を他人の血でごまかし続ける吸血鬼だから。
It's a vampire, desperate to cheat death by robbing the blood of others. Arcueid quickened her pace. She makes a beeline for an unexpected-looking man.
おい、アルクエイド。
Arcueid, what do you...
式はそこにいて。
Stay there, Shiki. The man disappeared from sight, perhaps becoming aware of Arcueid. Or to be precise, the thing leaped away with inhuman speed. He flees deeper into safety of the darkness between the tracks. Arcueid is still already nowhere to be seen. She left the refuge of the rusted lights to follow the man into the darkness. Thump. I can feel my heart beat in my ears. It's still early in the evening. A car passes with its headlight blazing. The train rattles along overhead. Despite all this noise, I lose the sense of anyone around me. Thump. My glasses. I need to get my glasses back now. If I don't, I see something far worse. Something so dark, so terrifying, it will make the things I see pale in comparison. Thump. But my body won't move. My eyes eagerly gaze into the darkness, as if it's drawn to the patchwork that Arcueid has entered. Shiki, you're a fucked up individual, bro. A funny one, but I blink and silence enveloped me. The wind. Even the smell of the earth. It's like everything has frozen into place. Screeching. Under the ice-cold moon, the eerie noise emanates from beyond the shadows. Grinding. I shouldn't be able to see anything, or even hear. Screeching. But I see it. My eyes catch a glimpse of the moment of death meets death. Oh my god, what is this noise? My vision turns vermilion. How is it possible that these eyes see death even in pitch darkness? My glasses. If I don't get them on in this minute, I'll lose it. Fighting off the urge to vomit, I slip on my glasses with trembling hands. Yoshiki needs some therapy and a nap. Mostly a fucking nap. The light and sound return. I steel myself and scan my surroundings, but find nothing out of place under the tracks. Nobody around, a couple of cars maybe, but it's still just a normal city at night. A pocket of civilization where humans can live, sheltered from danger, an oasis where no harm shall ever befall them. I have trouble breathing. Even with my glasses on, the creature's death lingers in my peripheral vision, makes me sick.
アルクエイド
Good. He needs to have his near-death experience undone. Oh, 100%! Out of my darkness emerged Arcueid. Her foot's unsteady. She's breathing harder than I am.
四季そっかまだ残ってたんだ
Shiki? Oh, you're still here? Arcueid averts her grimace's face and sways past me. Her steps seem weak and frail. To be honest, I still haven't gotten over my own nausea. But seeing Arcueid in such pain shows that's least of my worries.
待てよ一体どうしたんだお前
Wait, what happened to you? I grab Arcueid's shoulder as she tries to leave. Arcueid turns slowly, her eyes flat.
大丈夫よ少し疲れただけだから構わないで
I'm fine, just a little tired. Don't mind me.
四季には全然関係がないんだから
This doesn't have anything to do with you anyway.
バカ疲れているなら休め
You moron. If you're tired, get some fucking rest.
変に汗かいてるしどう見ても重傷だぞ
You're sweating all over. You're obviously hurt. I take hold of her arm as I try to control my own breathing.
何よそういう式だって今にも倒れそうな顔してる
So what? You look even worse than I do.
俺のはただの貧血いつものことだ
It's just some anemia. Happens all the... Shiki, no. Anemia's
人を気
horrible.
にしてる余裕があるなら自分の体も気遣えよ
You should worry about yourself before worrying about other people.
いいのよどうせ気遣っても無駄なんだから
It's fine. Not like I can do anything about it. Arcueid's breathing is so weak. It pains me to hear.
まさかお前あの時の傷
Don't tell me. Are you still hurting from... I can't finish the question. She got that wound protecting me. Arcueid cast her eyes down, refusing to answer. That must have been a yes.
もう何度言わせるんだこのバカ
God, how many times are you gonna make me say it?
そんな体でおとなしくできないのか
Can you not just take it easy for once?
おとなしくしてるつもりなんだけどな
I thought I was...
全然してない人間離れしてるからって治りきってないのに出歩く奴がいるか
You're not at all. Why are you even out when you have an injury that hasn't even healed? This makes me realize just how angry I am. I can't let her do this. I can't abandon her no matter how much trouble she
お
is.
前本当に何してんだよ
Alright, what do you hope to achieve here?
ほら黙って
Come
ない
on,
で
spill
答え
it.
ろ
I'm not leaving you until you
話して
tell
くれるま
me
でお前から
everything.
離れないからな
Hold on, I gotta unfreeze my room. There we go, that makes sense. I grab her by the shoulders. Her eyes remain downcast, but she manages to give a slight nod.
割としつこいのねあなたっ
You're
て
really
い
persistent.
いわそれじゃあ場所を変えましょう
More accurately, 16 injuries. Ayy. Okay, let's go somewhere else that one turned out to be a dud anyway. Arcueid brushes away my hands and I spin on her heels. We're not headed for the shopping district. What seems instead she guided me towards the park. Fair enough. We arrived soon enough. Alright, so I'm gonna save here. Thank you everyone for showing up. We managed to get through, um, like a chapter, and that's always a dub in my book, in my personal opinion. Let's see, we're on 3, so 1, 2, 3. We have 5 more chapters of the Arcueid route, actually, and then we're done, which makes me a little sad. But I'm definitely deciding to come back to play the Cell route for everyone, because, bro, it's been like 2 years in Japan. I think everyone knows what happens in the Cell route, even if we don't want to. Oh, not 17. 17 means the body parts being 6 times separate. True, true. Just remember, I'm not streaming next week due to family issues. I have a Patreon. It's the links up above. I will be posting videos, YouTube only, Wednesday coming up, and I would still be posting stuff on my YouTube in general. And keep an eye on my Twitter, and you can always talk to me on my Discord. So, I'll see you another day. Bye bye. Boop.